The other thing is we're going to play with our hands face up, which is also a thing that I want to do for first-time players. So I'm going to deal cards to everyone. These are the cards here. These are...
Yes.
the green squares, are those supposed to be the standees or like the models later?
Yes, they would be the minis or the standees or the chits or
Whatever.
I don't.
Character.
Basima could say better than I. I'm pretty sure that they're just going to be chits, though. If we had,
Yeah, I'm
standees,
thinking like
I mean,
punch-out icons right now. So
yeah, it's not a huge difference between standees and just like chits.
Yeah.
Really, the only difference is you need to add plastic stands. But that's something we can discuss.
But the standing characters are the squares.
Yes. The question is whether they will stand or not, which we don't know yet.
Oh, I'm just.
No, the minis are. Yeah, that's the minis. You're right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Took me a while in my head.
Okay, so
but base game, it's just the punch outs for now.
All right, okay. So just so everyone knows, I'm gonna deal out 2 cards, and those cards you're gonna normally have face down.
Okay, so I will.
But we're gonna play with them face up.
So I will have them over here.
And can I say something to Andy? I think it's great that you have focus on one thing in the playtest. So thank you very much. Like this is like playtesting for beginners. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna play with these face up, and that way, if you have questions, we can look at each other's cards, and while you're learning the game, we can see like, oh, well, what does this mean, and we can work on it together. And I think this is much better than having your cards hidden and you don't know what the hell you're doing. So we're gonna try this. This is like a test.
So I am 2 characters, or
you are not
2 characters.
No, I will teach the game now. So
okay, sorry, I have
questions. All right, no worries. And feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna explain that right now. All right, so this is Stationfall. In this game, you are all on a space station that is about to burn up in Earth's atmosphere in 15 minutes. So before that happens, you have to meet the victory conditions on the card that you choose. So you have 2 cards right now, and you're going to choose to be one of them. All right, and the person that you choose is your PC, your playable character. That's who you are. All right, and then the other card is your bonus character. Right, that's why it says bonus on the bottom left. That's your bonus character, and the only thing you care about for that character is the bonus icons. If there are green shields, that means that you get that many points for that character surviving at the end of the game. If you have a target, then you get points for that character dying before the end of the game. Right. So in some cases, you want your bonus character to die, and you have to figure out a way to kill them, and that's part of your goal. All right. So you're gonna pick one of these 2 to be. Right. I'm the stranger.
Okay, I want to be the child or the one that likes robots.
So Mande, you are there. So you are the stowaway. Yes.
Okay. This is a child in my head, and this is just a robot-loving person.
No, yeah, it's Newt from Aliens. That's so you're not wrong in that. That's what the stowaway is. Okay, so it's up to you. Like, pick who you want to be, and rotate your bonus character 90 degrees. And I will, as much as I want to be the stranger, because the stranger looks super cool with Mudda's new art, I'm going to be the medical bot instead.
I want Matt to have his opinion on the designs before I pick and choose which to go with. So
you want Matt to pick who you do next?
Matt doesn't care so much, he said, Madde.
Okay, it wasn't so he wrote some stuff yesterday.
He did, but like even then he wrote some stuff and I'm like, no.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. So go ahead and pick the one that you want, Madde, even if he writes. I agree with Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he
like
had
the
an idea, and
card.
I'm like, no. And the other thing is that Matt is, he doesn't really have a fully formed idea of what these things should be. So let's not concern ourselves too much about what Matt thinks. All right. So so you pick a character. Great. So you are now this character. Normally these are face down, but they are face up in this game. And normally you only get the conspiracy power when you reveal your character, right? So at any point in the game, you can reveal or at any point during your turn, you can reveal a character. So we're playing as if we revealed our character the first turn, right? So we're all going to have our conspiracy powers at the start. All right. So now in this game, you were on a space station, and you were trying to do the things that I mentioned. On your turn, when it comes to your turn, you can follow this sequence of play. So the things that you can do on your turn is, first, you decide if you want to reveal. We all revealed already, right? So that's not a thing that any of us are going to do. So the next thing you're going to do is you decide if you who you want to suborn, if you want to suborn anyone. What does suborn mean? That basically means putting cubes on a character, on one of these characters. And what does that do? If you have the most cubes on a character, that becomes a conspirator of yours. He is your conspirator.
Oh, we're friends.
Right? Sure, let's say friends. So they're your conspirator. You have to have at least tied for the most on a character in order for them to be a conspirator. Now, that's just decide who you want to support. You can put as many of your cubes as you want on there. I don't recommend more than one to start, but you could put all 8 cubes on one character if you wanted to, right? So after that,
you can take put as many of your cubes.
Yes. All right. So after that, you activate, and you're going to decide if you want to activate anyone, right? And if you do, who you want to activate. You can only activate people that are your conspirators. All right. So if somebody has more cubes on a character than you do, you can't activate that character because they no longer answer to you. They answer to the person that has the most cubes on that card. Okay. And then after that, there's resolving events, but I won't go over that right now. Alternatively, if you don't want to do any of that, you could instead essentially what's the equivalent of passing. It's called here it's called renegotiate, but we're changing it to scheme. So instead of doing an action, you can scheme. And scheme is just you can remove a cube from any character that's not in the mesosphere, and you can remove your activation disk from any character. So either decide who you want to suborn and activate, or scheme, right? And that is essentially a sequence of play. That's it. The game is that simple, and you're deciding, to reveal, and that's not a decision you want to make. You're deciding who you want to be a conspirator, and you're deciding what to do with one of your conspirators. Simple as that. All right. So on your turn, once you've made those decisions, I activate this person. Let's say I activate a person here. You can do between 1 and 2 actions with the character that you activated, and you can activate other people. Normally, when your characters are face down, if Mud is Mud, are you the troubleshooter?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mud is a troubleshooter, and her character is face down. I can actually suborn the stowaway and activate the stowaway and move and do things with the stowaway, even though it's Mud's character.
And even they can do that with troubleshooter as well.
Yeah, anyone can move the troubleshooter.
But I am the troubleshooter.
I know, but because when you're not revealed, until you're revealed, anyone can move with your character. Okay. But we're playing with the cards face up, so in this game.
Is it the same with the bonus character as well? Nobody can
move
the
bonus character anyone can still move with. It's only your playable character.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone put this is a good thank you, Pizine. Put your big ball, your colored ball on your character. So I am the medical bot. And who are we missing? Hannah. So Hannah.
So
I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Thank you.
Yeah. Who are you, Hannah? I don't see your cards.
I am the exile.
You're the exile. Okay, so right there. All right, and I'm going to move your cards here so that everyone can see them. So, Hannah, if you want to look at your cards, you can mouse over the card and press Alt, and that'll zoom in the card.
Oh, look at that! Fantastic.
Which is, yeah, it's great, but it's terrible for playtesting because things that are super far away, you can just click on them and look at them, and things that have a bunch of stuff on them, you could just click on them and look at them, and that doesn't work well for usability testing, which is why we need to do physical.
I don't want to scroll into stuff that I want to read.
You could do that. You could also put your mouse over something and press the Z, and that'll zoom in. And then I think you can also magnify, like if you mouse over something and you press M, that'll magnify.
Oh, I just mean that I would use my middle mouse button and scroll.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm just letting you know of other ways that you can, zoom in on things or magnify things. Okay, so so you are all these characters. We can control any of these characters except any characters that have a ball on them. All right. Except for bribes, I won't discuss bribes. All right, so these are the actions that you can do right here. Don't worry about how many actions there are. Right now, I'm just going to go over a couple of them. So moving allows you to move around the station. All right. So if I am, let's say, the medical bot, I can say, okay, I'm going to activate. I don't have to suborn the medical bot because I've already revealed as a medical bot. I could say I'm going to activate the medical bot. So let's, mine? Okay, so there, right? I'm activating the medical bot. And now I can do 1 or 2 actions with the medical bot. Why is it 1 or 2? Because I can only do 1 action if there's already somebody else's disc on a character. Right, so if I wanted to activate the Astro Chimp, and I put my disc on there, I can only do 1 action with the Astro Chimp because there's already somebody else's disc on the Astro Chimp. Right? So if there's somebody else's disc, you can only do 1 action. If nobody else has a disc on there, you can do 2 actions. Got it?
Why?
Okay. Because
why does another disc? Does it have to have 2 discs to be able to do an action?
If somebody else, let's say, okay, right. Let's say that Pink decides to suborn the Astro Chimp to make him a conspirator, and then they decide to activate the Astro Chimp. And then they're going to do 2 actions with the Astro Chimp because there were no discs on here. Okay? Do you understand that much?
So you put this circle disc thing when you activate someone. Do I do that if I activate myself too?
Yes.
Okay. So I can only...
So activate means that the character is alive and can do stuff, or what does activate mean?
Activate means that you are going to do something with that character.
Okay. And you put your little disc on it to say, hey, I'm activating you. This is me activating you, and I'm going to...
Now, at the end of your turn, you're going to leave the disc on here. Right? So then at the start of somebody else's turn, let's say that I want to go and I also want to activate the Astro Chimp. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, when I activate the Astro Chimp, I have to suborn it first, and activate. Now, when I activate the Astro Chimp, somebody else's disc is already on here.
Yeah.
Which means that I can only do 1 action as compared to 2 actions because somebody else's disc is already on here. You understand that?
So you're kind of sharing their brain in controlling it.
Yes.
The red is sharing with the purple one.
Yes.
Kinda. Okay.
All right. So that is how suborning and activation works. All right. So now.
And also, if you activate again same character in second turn, you get only 1 action because you have your disc on the character.
Yes. So if I were to, let's say that I activated myself and I did 2 actions, and then next turn I wanted to activate myself again, I only take 1 action because there's already a disc on here, my disc. It's a good point, Peter. Thank you.
Can I use 1 action on the monkey and 1 action on me?
No.
Okay.
When you activate a character, that is the only character that you can do something with that turn. Except for bribes and compromise, but I'll get there. All right. So that is activation, and you can do these actions. So I'm going to go over some of the actions. There's a lot of them, but I'm not going to go over all of them right now. All right. So the first one is move. Move is pretty simple. So you can move along this station. So I'm going to give you the basic geography of the station. So the station is 2 rings, right? A yellow ring and a blue ring. And you'll see that the blue ring kind of crosses over the yellow ring. That's something that Matt did and hugely regrets. That they're 2 different rings, so you can't get from here to there, right? Those are 2 different levels. And if you want to move, let's say if I'm the Astro Chimp, right? The Astro Chimp can move to here. They can move to here. Certain characters can move through the brown dash lines. So the Astro Chimp has Tunnel Rat. That's the Astro Chimp special ability, right? If you look at all the characters, they have usually two abilities. So the Astro Chimp has Tunnel Rat, which allows them to move through the vents, and the Astro Chimp is Loyal, which means that only one person can ever have cubes on the Astro Chimp. Right, so the Astro Chimp can move through the brown dash lines, but most of the other characters can't. If you don't have Tunnel Rat, like the Troubleshooter also has Tunnel Rat, but like no one else does. So actually the Stowaway also has Tunnel Rat. So 3 characters can move through the brown lines, the other characters cannot, right? So the Astro Chimp can move like that. They can move, the Troubleshooter can move there, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't need to discuss Zeroborn, so we're not going to. That's moving.
And you can move to the space.
You can move on. Oh yeah. So I'm going to discuss the sections at some point. So when you are moving, and this is part of the movement action, it's not actually here. You can drag a dead body with you exactly once. So if the engineer's here and the engineer's dead, and the troubleshooter's in the same room, the troubleshooter can move and drag the dead engineer with him, the dead body with him. But they can only drag a body once. So if you move again, you can't take the dead body with you again, right? All right, so that's movement. Next is picking up, dropping, and giving. So there are items on the station. The items are the squares. So that's an item, that's an item, that's an item. Anything that's a square is an item. The compromat is not a square, that's a folder. It's supposed to be a different shape. And we're working on making that different so people know that compromat is not an item. But the items are, the antimatter, this weapon, anything that's a regular square and not compromat. Okay, so items can be picked up. So if you have the test subject and the test subject goes to the physics lab, the test subject can pick up this item. So when they pick up this item, they're going to put it on the card to show you that the test subject has that item, which is why I want to make sure that Josephine knows that there needs to be a space to put items on.
She already did that on the cards.
Okay, cool. So that's picking up an item. Now you can pick up one item for free during your turn, so it doesn't take one of your actions, right? So normally you have 2 actions. Picking up an item is a free action, but only once. That means that if the test subject was here, they can move for one action. Let's say they're here. Move for one action, move for another action, and then pick up this item as a free action, right? But they couldn't, for example, move here, pick up this item for free, and then pick up another item for free. They would have to spend their second action to pick up the second item. Is that, everyone got that? Picking up?
Yeah,
right.
kinda. I've forgotten 98% of what you've told me so far, but we'll see.
All right. Well, if if that's going to happen, then there may not be any point in continuing to teach. This is a long teach. Do we want to just do a rolling start, or
I like
you're
to
going to need to know? Okay. Let's try that, because I feel like if you're we're very early on in the rules, and if people are already forgetting things, then that's a problem.
I thought that it was really good, Andy, than what you did when we were playing.
Sure. Let's do that then. Let's just let's take turns. So I'll go first, and then Peason can go second, and that way you'll have a general idea of some turns happening. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and
set turns on.
Yes, I need to turn on turns. Thank you, Peter. Peter's played this about 20 sometimes. So, and I've played it close to 40 times. So both of us are pretty experienced.
Do you still think it's fun, Peter?
Yes, it is very nice game.
Yeah.
And I've already mentioned that this is one of my favorite games of all time, and it may be my favorite game of all time. After it usually takes me a while to figure that out. I usually have to play a game 100 times before I can say But I'm already at 40, so we're getting there. All right. So I am the medical bot. As the medical bot, if you want to look at what the medical bot's victory conditions are, I get 2 VP if no down humans are on board at Stationfall. That means if no one's dead when the Stationfall, crashes into the earth, the medical bot has met that goal. I get 1 point for every human that I revive. So if there is a dead player on the station, I get a point for reviving them, bringing them back to life. Okay? And I get 1 point for every cube that is moved off of the betrayal box when it reveals. So that part of the game is not, that point is never going to happen because I'm already revealed. And this is good. I can test how well this is going to work with some of the characters. In any case, so what I care about...
Do you get weapon for conspiracy power now?
Yeah. We're playing as if we've revealed, so yeah, I guess at the start of my turn. What I'll probably do, Peter, is that I'll make it so that at the start of your turn, you must reveal. But this is the first time we're trying this, so it's good to ask these questions and figure out how well that works. So I get a weapon. The medical bot gets a weapon, which is me. Now, the interesting, funny thing about this is that the medical bot gets a point for bringing people, reviving people from the dead, right? So you want to revive people from the dead. What if there's nobody that's dead? Well, then it's your prerogative to kill that person so that you can revive them. So that is, that's part of the faulty programming that the medical bot has, is that, it desperately wants to revive people. So it actually wants to kill people so that it can revive them. So that is, that's really my goal right now, is to go around essentially trying to kill people. The problem is I can't kill people without being without repercussions, right? Because right now, let's say that I moved to let's say I moved here, and I have a weapon, so I could technically kill the engineer. However, we are in the room that we are in right now is lit. The rooms that are dark, the rooms that have a black background like this, those are unlit sections. Rooms that are white, those are lit sections. So if I'm in a lit section and the cameras are on, that means that if I try to attack somebody, people are going to know about it. The cameras are going to see it. And if the cameras see it, I have to put my one of my discs on the suspect space, meaning I am now a suspect. All right. What does that mean? It means nothing right now. It just means I'm a suspect. But if somebody sends the evidence to the authorities, which I'm not going to go over right now, if somebody sends the evidence to the authorities, then I become guilty. And if I become guilty, I can't win the game. So my problem is I have to try to kill people without anyone knowing about it. And how do I do that? Well, number one, I can kill people in dark sections, right? Because no one will see it. Or I have to turn the cameras off. How do I turn the cameras off? By doing a system action to turn the cameras off. How do you do a system action? Well, only people with the ability can do it. So the commander can do a system action. And anyone with... I think that's it. Peter, is that it for right now? I think they're the only ones that can do a system action right now.
How do you know that they're the only ones who can do a system action?
I can see
Where do you
a
see
thing.
that?
It's a rule.
Just to make things
Because
even
they have
more.
command, and the first character
Okay,
is...
well,
Okay,
So this is a very good point, though. This is a very good point, and I'm glad that you asked that question. I'm going to note this. There's nothing on the card that says who can do a system action. So I'm gonna wait 1 second. I'm gonna write some notes.
It is here on the map on the left down corner.
Yeah, but there should be something on the card that says, you know, they can do a system action. So note on card who can do system action.
for
Right,
me,
great.
I don't play these sorts of games. This for me is just, it's all text. It's just text everywhere, and I don't really know where to find anything.
And I totally get that. Here's the thing: this is not going to be a game that casual players can play. Like we need to give up. We need to give up on that idea right now. This is, you know, one of the most complicated games that, you know, we will make. You know, even perhaps more complicated than, you know, High Frontier or PAX Renaissance.
Oh no!
So we can try. So we can.
Yeah.
We can try.
Okay.
We can try. Trust me, it's my job to try to make this, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing these things. It's my job to make this as fluid a teaching process as possible. But Matt Eklund does not make simple games.
No.
And we thought about like a basic version, but the basic version is on ice for a reason. It's not fun. So we just have to kind of go with, you know, it's my job to try to make the teaching as simple as possible, but like we're not going to have less rules.
No.
We just have to. We have to do I need to do as good a job as possible of teaching this game. But yeah, that's one thing I want to get straight away. This is not, you know, like this is not going to be a simple game, and it's going to be marketed. It should be marketed to people with that knowledge, right? And it's still one thing that I have experience with is people are willing to learn a game that is more complicated than they would like if the theme appeals to them, right? Like if the reason people are, you know, playing High Frontier is because, you know, space exploration. People like space, so people are like, you know, getting into that game even though it's super complicated and they otherwise wouldn't, just because it's space. This game has a really good theme, so, you know, people are like Root, for example. So many people would not play Root if it wasn't that it had like really cute animals and really cute art in it, right? That's a social political counterinsurgency war game. And the great thing about Root is that I can play coin games, counterinsurgency coin games, with people that would not play those games otherwise, just because the art is so cute and the theme is so cute, and people want to play with the cute cats and the cute mice and all of that.
Sidetracked.
Okay. But in any case, I was responding to Anna's feedback, but yeah, I get it. Okay, so
you were talking about the switching cameras off by system.
Right. So I was switching. Yes. So in order to attack people in a lit section, I would first have to turn the cameras off. Right. So let's say I'm the medical bot right now. So what I want to do is I want to turn the cameras off. So what I'm going to actually do is that I'm going to suborn the commander, activate the commander, and as a system action, I'm going to turn the cameras off.
So they don't need to go anywhere to like turn them off.
The commander doesn't. Anyone else that wants to do a system action does need to go somewhere. They need to go to
Okay,
either
so
the
other
security
people
station.
can do system
Yes.
actions.
Yes. So this little icon right here. Sorry, that I
But
taught
you
that
just
poorly.
said that the commander was the only one that could do
Yeah,
system actions.
and I was wrong, and I'm a terrible person, and I apologize. So this icon is a system action icon. Any room that has the system action icon, you can do system actions there. Right?
Okay, so it's just that the
So-
commander can do it wherever.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone in command can do it wherever. And only one person is in command right now, and that person is the commander. Okay, so I'm going to suborn the commander, activate the commander. I'm going to turn off the cameras, and I'm going to pick up this compromat right here.
I have a question about these.
Yes.
These are lit, right? Even though they're not white.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. The only reason they're not white is because it's to show that this is the yellow ring and this is the blue ring, and they're different rings. But anything that's not black is lit.
Yep.
Okay, so the second action I'm going to do with the commander is uncover compromat, right? So there's compromat here, and this compromat is next to the commander. It's in the same room as the commander. So the commander could uncover it. Now, this isn't an item, so they're not going to pick it up. It doesn't go to them. This is something that I'm going to uncover. And what you do is that normally you would put it in your hand, and only you can see it. But again, I'm going to do this face up so that everyone sees it, right? So I'm going to pick this up, and this is a compromat that I have picked up, that I have uncovered, right? And this is compromat for the astrochin. So what does this thematically mean? It means that compromat is, the Russian word for compromising information that you've gotten about somebody else to blackmail them, right? So I have, the monkey's sex tapes or something. I don't know, like they committed a crime or they did something, and at some point during the game, I can force the monkey to do an action outside of my regular 2 actions. So Made, when you asked before, can I do something with a monkey and something with another character? Normally, no. But if you have the monkey compromat, you could tell the monkey to do something as part of your turn, and that isn't one of your actions. All right? Is there some semblance of how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like wait, I'll get back to you with my.
Okay. So that's my two actions, right? I suborned the commander. I activated the commander, and as my 2 actions, I turned off the cameras, and I grabbed the compromat that was in the same room as the commander. Right? And that's my turn. So now it goes to Peter.
Yes. I can suppose.
Yeah, I was thinking of the hooks in Crusader Kings.
Yeah, I haven't played Crusader Kings because I don't play video games, but I hear that, there's a board game version of that too.
I haven't played that.
Neither have I.
But some people there's the desk board game Crusader Kings is more the party game than the regular strategy.
Mm.
So
Some
I will
people
not.
think that Crusader Kings is a party game. I mean, what's wrong with that? I like party games.
I mean, Crusader King 3 is like Sims, but you kill people.
So I will not suborn anyone, but I can activate my consular. So I have 2 actions,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and I uncover the compromat.
Okay, so I'm gonna mention a couple things. So yes, Peter did that because the counselor's in the game. There's a special room that's in the game, and that's the shred room, right? When certain characters are in the game, there's going to be certain special rooms that get added. So in this case, the commander is added. That's so this room is in the game. The counselor is added, so this room is in the game, etc. The special ability of this room is that number one, it's locked, so you can't get in there until it's unlocked, and you unlock things. Only people with command can go through locks. So the commander could go in there, but the counselor can't, ironically. And when you're in this room, you can grab compromat from any section. So if you want to grab, the compromat from here, even though you're here, you could do that because the counselor has like a locked filing cabinet where everyone's dirty secrets are in. All right. Continue, Peter.
And my second action.
This, by the way, Basima, is how I intend to teach it in the rules, is just going over certain rules when people do certain actions as part of a walkthrough.
Yeah, that sounds good.
In the playbook, at least. We're also going to have, a reference book, which is more like, Phil Eklund style.
I move to the storage, and as free action, I pick up the weapon because it's better have it for me than somebody else. And it's
all right. So, Hannah, it is your turn now. So you are the exile. So this is your victory condition. You care about surviving. So you want to get off the station. And I'll explain getting off the station when it's relevant, but probably won't get there. The next thing is you care about having compromat from surviving characters, right? So you want to try to grab as much compromat as possible because that compromat is useful for you at the end of the game. But you also want to make sure that the compromat that you have is for people that are still alive. Because what good is compromising information if that person dies, right? Like, I can't blackmail you if you're dead. So you want to both grab a bunch of compromat and make sure the people that you have compromat of live.
Okay.
Got it? And then if you have the evidence, and you send it, if you have the evidence, but it doesn't go to the news, like if you're the only one with the information, you also get points. So what do you want to do then? How do you win this game? As I mentioned, you want to try to uncover compromat, so you want to go to as many places as possible and grab compromat. You also want the evidence. You get the evidence here in the security station. So you can go to the security station and you can manufacture evidence. And once you manufacture it, that's something that you have, and that's data that you want to keep to the end of the game. So what you want to do, the exile is here if you want to move the exile, but you can move any character. You want to grab compromat, and you want to manufacture the evidence. So there's a bunch of compromat on the station. So I would recommend picking a character that is perhaps close to some of this compromat, and uncovering.
Okay, so then I would choose to, let's see.
But right now there's probably
So the
no
troubleshooter right here, for
compromat.
example?
You cannot, because it is not your character.
What? I'm sorry.
Sorry?
The troubleshooter is player character, so you cannot play with him.
The troubleshooter is a what character?
It's your PC. It's a character that you're playing with.
It's me.
So
Okay.
you can.
So,
Okay,
Andy, you were
that's
saying,
right.
what was your recommendation?
Well, I was gonna say you could move the troubleshooter, but Made is the troubleshooter. So you know what? I'm gonna do something right now that I've never done before, but this is probably a good idea. I'm going to. Why can't I change the color? There it is, color tint. So this is Made's character, so this is going to be green. And that didn't work at all.
I am
Never
purple.
mind. Purple, sorry, yeah. All right, don't worry about it. I was hoping that I could do something, but I can't.
I think.
So you need to move a character that is not a player.
Yes. And you have to cross-reference. I have to zoom in and look at the, like, for instance, the engineer here, and then zoom out and then go to the board over here and see if somebody is playing.
Ideally you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't be so zoomed in that you can't see both the cards and the map.
Yeah, well, I might need new glasses or a bigger computer, but
So
can you please just tell me what you think where is a good character that somebody's not playing?
Sure. All right. So the Daredevil. Why is the Daredevil here? Is that where the Daredevil starts, Peter?
No, I think not. I think it's wrong.
That's locked room.
So it's the locker room.
Yeah, it's because it was changed.
Oh, yeah, this is new to me. All right.
It's
So
down here.
But maybe it is not good place to
It
start.
says Daredevil down here though. But yeah.
yeah, that's weird. That's where the Daredevil normally starts, but I guess he changed it, and he didn't change the map yet.
Rooms were interchanged, so maybe he should start here.
Let's just leave it as is. So Hannah, I'm trying to find a person.
I think
that
you can pick the Astro Chain.
Yeah, you can move the monkey.
You can
So okay.
make the.
Well, the monkey can get
evidence.
compromised. No, the monkey can't get compromised. So Hannah, here's what I recommend you do. So Peter's right. So if you take the monkey, and as one action, you go here to the security station.
Yeah.
And then as a second action, you manufacture some evidence.
Okay.
So the monkey is going to manufacture some evidence, and now you put it on the card, and the monkey now has evidence. Now you have to somehow get this evidence to the exile, but we will talk about that in a future turn. All right, Mother.
But you should
I feel like
put the cube and the disc on the Astro Chain.
Right. Sorry, Hannah, you had to suborn the monkey first, and then activate the monkey. This is why Peter's here, because he's better than I am at pretty much all of this.
Okay, so what happened, just to make sure that I understand, I suborned him, I took over his brain, I activated him, and then I made him go to the evidence printer, produce evidence, and then so
That's
that
it.
was it.
That was
That's
your
it. Now he's running around with evidence in his pockets.
Well, it's data, so it's not in his pocket per se, but yeah. So if it's a diamond like this, that's data. Data is different from items. Data can be copied and sent to other people and duplicated, whereas items is like a physical thing.
Okay.
And you should end your turn under your menu, clicking for your name.
Yeah, Hannah, you have a box that says turn. Click that box.
I have a...
In the middle of the screen, on the top.
At the top. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
I feel like I picked a very boring.
Well, you want to pick another character? You can.
No, it's okay. It's just that I don't really know what my goal is. Just
all right. So we'll go over what your goal right now.
I know that I want people to survive. So I guess I just don't want to die. But I don't know what I will do while waiting for people not to die.
And you want robots to survive mainly.
Yeah. So you get 1 VP for each non-playable character that survives, and you get 2 VP for each robot that survives, and 2 VP if the troubleshooter survives. Now you care a lot about surviving, so I guess I should teach you how do you survive. In order to survive, you need to get off the station, and to get off, there's multiple ways to get off the station, right? So the main way is these escape pods right here. There are 5 escape pods in this game. And then there's the dive suit. So the dive suit is very easy. So if somebody grabs the dive suit and they put on the dive suit, let's say that the medical bot puts on the dive suit. If you go EVA, so let's say that I grab the dive suit and I move. Let's say this is the person with the dive suit. I move into here. This is EVA, right? So EVA is a section that's off the station. So just like I can move from here to here as one action, I can move from here to EVA, where extravehicular activity. That's just.
Is the tanks also that because it's black, or is it like a dark?
Black just means it's a dark section. There's no lights in there. But there are certain places that say EVA, and that's an arrow that says you can you can go EVA from these sections. All right. So let's say that I move into EVA. Right now I'm in space. right? From here, from EVA, with a dive suit, I can go into the mesosphere and basically like body surf back to Earth with the dive suit, right? So that's one way to survive. So if you wanted to get a character, probably a robot, because you get more points for a robot. If you wanted to get a character and put on the dive suit and get into the mesosphere, that's one character.
Why did the robot need a dive suit? They are a robot.
Because they
are very high on the orbit.
Yeah,
they will survive.
The character needs to enter the Earth's atmosphere, and if the robot just tries to, go into the mesosphere without a heat shield, they're just gonna burn up.
It's a very cool robot. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So that is one thing that you can do is make try to make somebody survive with a dive suit. The other way to survive is these escape pods.
Yes.
So these escape pods, you can get into them, but they will not launch until abandoned ship has been declared. Right? Abandoned ship will be declared on the last turn of the game. But in the last turn, it's going to be tough to launch that thing because you only have one more turn. You can also trigger abandoned ship using a command action. That means if the commander, who is currently here, if the commander can get to the bridge and activate abandoned ship, then these pods can launch.
But there's only one dive suit.
There's only one dive suit. So one thing is you can try to get somebody here to declare abandoned ship. You can also declare abandoned ship by going into blackout. So if you go into blackout, abandoned ship is automatically declared. And in order to go into blackout, you need to damage this room and this room. You need to damage two of these rooms. Either this one, anything with a lightning bolt on it. So that's another way to trigger abandoned ship, right? So your goal right now is you want to get these people off the station. So you want to trigger abandoned ship and launch these pods, and also ideally, get somebody off with this dive suit because that's an easier way to do it.
Yeah,
you can also launch this pod right here. This pod does not require abandoned ship, and the information is listed here, I believe. In order to launch this pod, you have to have a dead person in it, because this is a medical evac pod, right? So this is a medical emergency pod. So one thing that you can do is that you can kill somebody and then drag them to this pod, launch, and then that pod will revive them. So the fundamental thing about this game is that this game is basically an RPG puzzle, right? Like there's you have things that you want to do, and you have to try to solve how you want to do it. Like, I need to get these people off the station. How can I do that? Well, I can kill somebody and put them in the medical back pod.
I would like some info like that, because when it just said survive, me, a noob, was like, oh, I just don't need them to like get killed, like physically, like stabbed. But I don't know.
So we're gonna have a glossary.
That survive would be like, get them.
We're gonna have a Pax Viking. We're gonna have a Pax Viking style glossary, like a Rosetta Stone, that has those terms. That has terms like, what does survive mean? Survive means this. What does down mean? What does all of those things will be defined. So now that you know what you want to do, also you want this person to survive, and
I thought
Hannah,
we were only friends.
You want this person to survive, and you get 2 points for that. Hannah, you want this person to die, and you get 2 points if that person dies.
Where does
so at some point?
How do I know that?
It's the bonus icon.
Oh, so it's a shield. I want them to survive.
Yes.
If it's
a target, you want them to die.
Okay.
Okay. So now now you know that you want the stowaway to survive, and you get 2 points from that. So maybe you want the stowaway to get in this dive suit. So there's a lot of possibilities.
The stowaway isn't even on the map.
Is the stowaway not on the map?
No, he's here. It's a green.
Yes. So the stowaway. The stowaway is a little. thank you. I need to maybe remove that from the starting setup, knowing that. But the stowaways, a special character, they don't start on board. When you first activate the stowaway as their first action, you put them in a dark section, right? So the stowaway could actually start in the shred room and just start taking a bunch of compromat. Hannah.
How do I get to the shred room? Or away from the shred room?
You would need somebody to unlock this. So the stowaway could start here and then be stuck there for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so that's, but where is that connected?
This is connected here. I know it's really poorly done, but this is connected to this room.
I thought it was like flying in space.
Yeah. So Matt did all of this art, and Matt is not a artist, so things are a little off. So this is exactly what Kriegbot looked like, and that's a game that Phil actually published. It has the exact same art, the exact same type of art.
Okay, so it's me. Well, I will take my stowaway person.
Okay.
Control them.
Mm-hmm. And where are they starting?
Here. It starts.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I will wait. How does...
Do they want to maybe grab that helmet? Because helmets are good. I'm going to explain helmets right now. So helmets allow you to move in hazards. So hazards are fire, gas, space. If you're in a hazard and you don't have a helmet, you are going to die. You are dead. Except for the Daredevil. The Daredevil can move through hazards without needing a helmet. That's the Daredevil special ability.
Should I pick it up? It's mine.
Yes. If you have a helmet, you also are immune from attacks with weapons, not guns. Guns and weapons are two different things. If somebody tries to attack you with a weapon and you have a helmet, nothing happens to you.
If I go to your medical bot, will you kill me?
If I go to my medical bot, maybe.
You are immune because you have helmet.
Ah, right. Yes.
Oh, you're right. Then. Yes. Man, why did I tell you to pick up that helmet?
Okay, so I guess that the brown lines were where I can go through vents.
Yes. Yes. So stowaway has tunnel rats, so they can go through the brown lines. Yes.
And it's probably better to put items under the characters so they can be seen on the cards.
Yes.
Ah. And okay. I can only walk one section. Yes. Okay. I will be.
You can move multiple sections.
Can I? It's just to an adjacent section.
Yeah, you can do the move action multiple times.
But I picked up the helmet.
That was a free pickup action.
But
you can do one free pickup.
The first section of the stowaway is appearing on any deck.
You're right, Peter. Peter is once again correct, and I am incorrect, which is why it's good that Peter's here. Your first action was moving into EV8. Your second action was moving into that room. So you are done. Yes, thank you, Peter.
You have two actions.
You had two actions, yes.
And everyone has two actions.
No.
If you have
as many...
Yeah.
If there's a disc on the character, you have one action. If there's no disc on the character, you have two actions.
How do I use the character? But I have to pick the disc there to use the character. How do I use the character without the disc?
You don't use the character without the disc.
Oh wait. I'm okay. I just asked if I could have more than two actions.
No.
Okay, that was my question.
I mean, you can have three actions. Yeah, you have three actions, but like that's different.
Yeah. Okay, but that was my actual question, and then I got confused.
Okay, cool. So now it's back to me.
No. All
right, so I'm going to describe bribes now because bribes is a way to do. Robin is playing. I wasn't aware Robin was playing. My apologies.
Dante is playing, I think. I hear that.
Yeah, I heard Dante.
Yeah.
I will activate Daredevil.
But you cannot because this.
I am him. So.
You're white?
Oh, you are not.
I am green.
Yeah, sorry. I put the
But
brown
the
color.
colors.
Right. I'll fix it.
Yeah, for
I'm
me,
going to
all
change.
colors are
I'm going to change actually all of your colors because the two greens are too similar. So I'm going to make these a different color.
So I will pick up the weapon. That's free pickup, and then I will move twice into here, and then I'm done.
Why can't I change colors? That doesn't make any sense. And normally I'm able to do this.
So
Apply.
I will change my
There we go.
color.
All right. So I'm gonna promote you, Robin. You can do this better than I can.
Yeah, sure.
If you can change your colors, and then if you can change these characters, these to be the color of the person, that would be helpful.
I don't think that's possible because that's an image.
Okay.
That's.
It used to be that it was possible, but I guess it's not.
Really?
It's no longer.
I think it's an image though, but I can try.
And Basin, did you just skip me? Oh no, you're.
No, I change
okay.
color to orange.
Okay, so it's back to me. So I still need to try to save my stranger.
And first we put the turn marker.
Right. So this is turn 2. I need to still save my stranger and move my or do my medical bot thing. So the cameras are off. The medical bot is not going to do anything because I only get one act. No, I can't because I haven't activated the medical bot. So I'm going to do that. The medical bot is, I'm going to activate the medical bot. And then I'm going to move to this room as an action. And I'm going to kill the, I'm going to kill the troubleshooter.
But you can.
I can.
Oh, wait. Just kidding. I had 2 characters.
But don't worry, Mada. I will revive you again.
There is Doctor on the space.
So I can revive humans as an action movement. Yeah, I can only move into the space, and I can't do it this turn. Right? Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I moved in there as one action. I attacked the troubleshooter, killed the troubleshooter, and I could do a action with my bribe too. So everyone has one bribe, and this bribe can be used as essentially a wild compliment. I can put my bribe on any character, and for NPCs, for non-playable characters, I can do one action with them. Right, so I can say, okay, now I'm going to use my bribe to move the security bot somewhere. Right. Now, when you use your bribe is worth 1 point at the end of the game. So if you've used your bribe, that's 1 point that you lose. And whoever you give the bribe to, they're going to gain 1 point at the end of the game. So essentially, the bribe is worth a point. Whoever has it is going to get a point at the end of the game. Now, I could bribe PCs, playable characters. I could bribe Made or Hannah or Robin, but they can refuse that bribe. I can say, Robin, can you do this? And Robin can say yes. And they take this bribe. That's a point that they get at the end of the game. Or they can say no. And if they say no, then they don't get it. Now, someone can bribe. Sorry, that's not how that works. That for PCs, because this rule recently changed. My apologies. For PCs, if that's a compromise. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that right now. Many rules changing in my brain, but that's bribes. Okay, but I'm not going to do my bribe because I don't want to waste it. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay. I suborn security. I move my disc on him. So I have 2 actions. And I move security to the physics labs. I pick up artifact for free. And I move 1 more section. Because I need artifact to survive. So I want to bring it closer.
All right, yeah. So the counselor, who is Peter right now, he wants to survive. He wants to have the artifact with him when it survives, and he wants to have the artifact in the counselor's hand. So all he cares about is surviving with the artifact. And you can, like, if you look at other people's victory conditions, you can try to stop them too as part of your turn, right? Like you can try to, take the artifact from Pizine or kill the counselor or do any number of things. But yeah, so that is that. Hannah, it's back to you.
Yeah.
So you still want to try to kill the engineer and get some compromat for the exile.
Yeah. So how do I do this?
Okay, so your exile, you activated. Who did you activate last time? You activated the chimp, right? Because the chimp got the evidence, right? So now you want to zap the evidence to the exile, right? You can't zap data until the jammers are down, right?
Okay.
So you need to turn the jammers off. Now you can turn the jammers off either with the commander as a system action, or in the mainframe or security station. You can do it as well. So one thing that you could do to try to zap that evidence to the right person is you can suborn the commander to do a system action to turn off the jammers.
Okay.
But I think it's better to wait and do this with the Astro Chimp next turn. So we have 2 actions to do it. And now we can do something else.
Okay, so what do you suggest then, Peter, for her to do?
You need more compromat.
She needs the engineer
so
dead
you can
too.
pick the compromat on the security bot.
Yeah, that's a
Probably
good
only
point.
one to be available now.
So you could, Hannah, there's compromat right here, and you want that compromat. So Pizine is this person, so we can actually show what happens when you activate somebody that's already activated. So what you could do is that you could you could suborn the security bot, right? You could activate the security bot.
Yeah.
And you only have 1 action because there's already a disc on here, right?
Yeah.
So your 1 action is going to be to uncover this compromat.
Yeah.
Alternatively, 1, 2, yeah, and then people are going to be grabbing compromat like crazy. But that's not a terrible idea either. Alternatively, what you could do is you can go to the shred room, and you can activate that. You can do 2 actions. So you can't do it this turn, but it's useful in the future. So what you could do is that you could go activate the commander, and then move into the shred room, because the commander can go into the shred room because they have command. They can go through this lock. Right.
But you will not pick up the compromat right now.
You won't pick up the compromat right now, but like she can just keep grabbing compromat for a lot of the game.
Okay,
it's an easy way to grab compromat, I think. It's up to you.
Is the lock removed when
the lock is removed when someone with command goes through it? Yes.
Okay.
So I guess this is your own choose your own adventure, Hannah. Do you want to? Do you want the robot to grab something? Do you want the commander to go in here so that they can grab more things in the future? But you won't be able, if you go in here, this compromat is going to probably be taken by somebody else.
Yeah, because I need the compromat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's take that one then.
All right, so you're going to activate the security bot.
Mm.
And you're going to grab this, you're going to uncover this compromat. And we're going to play face up just so you have your own compromat here. All right, so what does that mean? That means that you can do an extra action when you are not revealed, right? So because you're revealed, you actually can't use this.
Yeah, okay.
However, do you figure if you possess a surviving character? So that includes you, right? If you have your own compromat when you survive. Yeah. So this is actually good because if you survive, this counts as 2 points.
Uh-huh. So, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And also, as a free action, you can drop artifact on the floor.
You could do that, but you don't want to do... oh, wait. I guess you do want to do that because you want to stop Peter from getting it. So, okay. So the security bot has the artifact, and remember, Peter wants the artifact. So as a free action, it doesn't cost you anything. You can just drop it, and that'll cost Peter more actions. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Sorry, Peter, but whoops.
Actually, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's your turn?
That's my turn.
I will walk and take dive suit.
Okay. So
is it an action to pick it up?
You get one free pickup.
Because it makes me confused as it's under actions for the pickup.
Yeah, I know. It didn't used to be a free action, but we found that people it improved the pace of the game, so there's one free pickup. This is out of date. This needs to be. A lot of this stuff is gonna change, but it is what it is for now.
These conspiracy powers.
So these conspiracy powers give you special abilities. So your conspiracy power is during your turn, your conspirators possess your abilities. So that means that any person that is your conspirator also has tunnel rat and jury rig.
Okay.
Which
and that's
pretty
always
good.
There.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Nice. And then I have one more action.
Yep. So you could just try to, get your stowaway to go EVA and then go into the mesosphere, and that's, you're done. You get 2 points.
Okay. I'm there. In the yeah.
I need a gun so that I can kill Made more.
What more? You haven't started?
I killed you already. Because you're a troubleshooter.
I forgot that was me.
It's okay, I'm gonna revive you. And then probably kill you again.
Yeah.
Alright. I will suborn the test subject. Activating. And anyone can manufacture biosample, right?
Yes.
From here.
There's some things that you can only manufacture if you have a certain level of access. So here, anyone can manufacture a helmet, but only the people in the chain of command can manufacture a weapon, and only somebody in command can manufacture a gun. So what is chain of command and what is command? So there are certain people that are in the chain of command, and those people have an icon, like this right here, right? So the engineer, the counselor, the commander, the troubleshooter, all of those people are in the chain of command. So if and those are the people that are going to have the same uniform on it. So if you're in the chain of command, you can manufacture a weapon. Only the person in command, or who acts as if they have command, can do command actions. So that's the action that's up here, and that's command actions including manufacturing a gun. So only you have to have the top level actions to 3D print a gun.
Okay.
But also the exile and the stowaway.
Yeah, the hacker abilities all described.
Can have command if the jammers are off.
Yes. So the exile and the stowaway, they have the hacker ability. So the hacker ability means that if the jammers are off, and Hannah, you may want to try to turn the jammers off so that you can send data. If the jammers are off, the stowaway and the exile both act as they are the commander. They basically stole the commander's password and are using their command codes.
Right. So my first action was to pick or to manufacture, and I will go here. It's my second action. And looking at Project X, since I had that icon, that's a free action, right?
No, it is not. Yeah. This character can watch only if you are player character.
Okay, so
if we reveal as that person,
right,
you get the XP token. These are all things that we're going to have to think about if we decide that we want to play with these things face up, which I think that we do. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of like, don't worry about this, or this doesn't matter, or maybe we just have special starter cards that don't have this information. I don't know. This is the first time we're doing this, so we're figuring this out as we go along. All right, back to me.
Yeah.
The medical bot still wants to revive a person here, but if I activate the medical bot again, I only get one action, which is a bummer. So maybe I want to wait and do that next time so that I can do 2 actions. So I think that I will do that. Instead, I want a bunch of compromise, so I think I will move the commander.
Do you hear Dante snoring?
No. I did hear Dante earlier, but I don't hear it.
Oh, he stopped now. He's snoring really loud.
Apparently the game isn't interesting enough for Dante.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna activate. So the stranger needs to get off the station too, but I think I'm good with the stranger where they're at right now. The stranger can perform 2 actions even if exactly 1 discard. So maybe I want to straighten now because they need command. All right, so I'm gonna move the commander. Is there any place else with compromise? Yeah, the Daredevil. The Daredevil can get compromise. My apologies. I'm going to do the Daredevil.
There's a player
Where
character.
is the Daredevil here?
I am Daredevil.
Ah, terrible.
Yeah, usually it's not that.
Usually everyone hasn't revealed this early, so you can do more stuff with more people.
Yeah, this is actually a big difference.
It is a big difference, but it's good to know that it's a big difference.
Yeah.
All right, so I can't do that. I can't do that.
We forgot to move the turn marker.
Yep. All right, so yeah, I guess I'll activate the commander, and the commander is going to go 1, 2, and this lock is revealed. Now I could use a bribe, but I'm not going to.
But I will use the bribe on the stowaway. And stowaway throws the life suite to the therapy garden.
It doesn't seem like a thing that the stowaway should be doing, but they did just get a bunch of money for it, so I can see that.
That was 1 action extra. And I use my counselor, then have 2 actions. So I attack the stranger.
Aww.
Because it's Matt.
This is so different
bonus
because you see
character
everyone's
that wants
bonus
to survive.
characters. Yeah, you can see everyone's bonus characters. That's so tough. You know what? We are definitely not making the bonus character visible because that makes the game harder, and we're wanting to make the game easier.
I think that will be better.
Yeah, so that's good to know.
And that was first section. Second action, I move, and I pick some dive suit that arrives here.
Hooray for testing. Dirty. Peter's a dirty player. Last game, not last, maybe 2 games ago, he spent the entire game just stopping me from doing anything. I ended up with -2 points, thanks to Peter. I don't know why I keep playing games.
So, Andy, you're gonna help guide me through what we're gonna do now.
Yes, I will give you your next choose your own adventure. All right.
Fantastic.
So, the commander is now in the shred room.
Yeah.
Right? So you could get a compromat just by suborning the commander, and even though you only have 1 action, that action is to grab another compromat from anywhere in the station. So that is an option. You can do that, or you can. Let me see. So the medical bot is there, but you can't activate them. The engineer is here, and you want to kill the engineer.
Send this.
Just the left.
You can activate
so send. I'm sorry, Peter?
You can activate Astro Chip, turn jammers, and send the evidence.
And send the data to the exile. Yeah, so that's you choose your own adventure right there. You can grab an extra compromat from the commander, or you can activate the chimp, turn off the jammers, and send the data to the exile.
I would do the latter, please.
Okay, so you are moving your activation disk to the chimp. Right, activating the chimp. The chimp is going to turn off the jammers, and interestingly, the exile now also has command, so they can do command actions just as if they were the commander, right? Okay. So that's just an ability that you have now, and then you're going to send the data from the chimp to the exile, right? So we just to mark that, we just take an evidence and we put it on the exile. Which is here. So now we know that the exile has the evidence.
Okay.
Okay. That's your turn.
That's. I don't know.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, I still have my thing on the stowaway, but I'm gonna continue to have. And I'll be like. And then, is it an action to throw myself off the station?
So where are you right now?
Here.
Okay, you don't have a suit anymore. You don't have a suit anymore, so you don't. Yeah.
Where did that go?
Peter took your suit.
Oh.
He bribed you, yeah.
There's some extra million on your account.
So he bribed the stowaway to throw the suit, and then the counselor picked it up.
How could you do that so fast, or like in 2 actions?
So the stowaway was here, right? Yeah. The stowaway threw the suit. Throwing is an action. You can throw something to an adjacent section. So he bribed the stowaway to throw the suit into this room, and then he activated the counselor, and the counselor picked up the suit.
I hate it.
Welcome to Stationfall.
I don't like it. I don't want to play anymore. That was my plan. Now I don't have a plan.
I know.
I don't want to be that.
Mother, do you have any idea how many times I have said that?
Can I be the counselor and be like, kill himself? No.
No. The telepathic rat can do that, but the telepathic rat is not in the game.
You tried to kill
no, I don't have a plan.
It's for fun.
Yeah, that's your plans should be fluid. So the first time that you play this game, things are going to happen and you're not going to be very happy about it. But as you play the game more, you're going to recognize, certain possibilities and react accordingly. But note that Peter actually spent his bribe to do this, so he lost the point just to do that. And now you know that that's not something he can do again. He can't bribe anyone anymore.
I'm gonna just see.
Yeah, you can bribe him back and do the same.
No. I'm done.
So the stowaway can't. Yeah. Do you want to maybe go into one of these, because there's compromise in these escape pods?
Do I need
but
it?
you get only one action because you acted with stowaway before.
What?
Stowaway has disc on it. So,
Yeah.
So
you activated the stowaway last turn, so you only get one action with the stowaway.
How do I get back my?
You have to activate something else.
Oh, the security. Where is it?
The security bot is there.
Okay. Be the secure.
Okay.
One thing we haven't.
And since I am the troubleshooter, and I have conspiracy power, can I make the security bot go here?
Yes.
Yes.
Does he have Thunderbat?
I am.
It's
my power.
The conspiracy power of the troubleshooter is to give Jury Reagan Tunnel Rat to any conspirator.
All right. Yeah.
So the answer is yes for Made and no for the rest of them.
Yes. Okay. One thing we haven't mentioned is the conspiracy limit.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that when cubes, cube limits were an issue, which they aren't right now. But since you mention it, all of us have a cube limit. You see the cube on the top right. So for me it's 4. For Hannah it's 6. For Made it's 6. See that?
Can I take my body?
Can you take your body? You can drag your body, yeah.
Okay. So how do I do that? Like
you did it. Yep.
Okay, I'm here.
So the cube number in the top right, that's your cube limit. So that is how many cubes you can have out in the game at the end of the game without losing points.
Because I can have 6 cubes.
Yes. I can only have 4. If you go over your cube limit at the end of the game, every cube you go over is minus 1 point. So you have 8 cubes. If I put all of my cubes out, I'm going to have minus 4 points at the end of the game.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Robin.
Yeah, I will activate the Daredevil. I will pick up a helmet. It's a free action, and then I will pick up this compromat.
Not that one. You are on the wrong. You are in the
what?
In the other space.
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong. That's the wrong. One.
Sorry.
This one, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a commander. Interesting.
Now the commander compromat is different than every other compromat, by the way. So the commander token instead moves all conspiracy cubes on her to the betrayal box. So if you play this, you don't actually do an action with the commander because the commander cannot be compromised. Instead, all of the cubes that are on this character go to the betrayal box. And the betrayal box is just where your cubes go to die. You can never take them back from there.
Yeah. And then I have one more action, so I guess I just move. I'm done.
Or alternatively, you can damage the fuel cells.
Yeah.
And it will make fire there. And in the tanks.
And I am.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So.
All right. So you're going to sabotage. So this is an action that Robin can do is sabotage a section. You can sabotage a section if you have a weapon. If you have a weapon, you just go in there, and as an action, you sabotage that section, and that section is now sabotaged. If you sabotage a section that does something, like if there's a lightning bolt on there, that is going to lower the power status, which is right here, right? So we were at full power, and now because he damaged the power cells, we're on backup power. So what does backup power mean? Well, it says it right here. The cameras and jammers turn off and cannot be turned on. So now we cannot turn these back on as long as this section is damaged. Also, if you damage the power cells in particular, a fire breaks out. So a fire is going to go here to here. Anyone that is in any of these rooms without a helmet is going to die. And that fire is going to spread.
But not
every turn.
Not in the need a helmet?
I'm sorry?
Does the robot need a helmet?
No.
No, the robot's fine. Okay. Humans need helmets. Robots do not.
And Daredevil has special ability, 1 free move to the hazard, so he can move now to the fire.
Yeah, the Daredevil has a special ability where they can move 1 free movement. Because they're the Daredevil, they're fast. It's actually it's advantageous for the Daredevil to cause hazards because it allows them to do more things. Actually, they they get an adrenaline rush from being in dangerous situations.
That is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fire.
That's why it's kind of worth knowing these things when we're making the characters, so that you know, like, these kind of personality traits.
I think the fire damage section, but I'm not sure.
It doesn't right now, but that is something that Matt was thinking about adding into the game. But that is a question mark right now as to does fire damage sections, and the answer right now is no. But we're currently discussing that.
Yeah, and with system action, the fire can be changed to gas, and gas can be changed to the...
So as a system action, if you want to, turn off this fire, you can do a system action to do fire suppression. And that turns the fire into a gas, which is still a hazard, and then a gas to nothing. Okay, so back to me. My medical bot can now move into a section with dead bodies in it for free. That's actually one of the special abilities it has. It can move into sections for free with a down human in it. Right? So I could go in here and I could revive that troubleshooter, but they're just going to die again because they're in a hazard. So I guess that's a valid point, Peter. That's still possible, right? You can revive somebody that's in a hazard.
Yes, and you can revive him again to. You can move, revive,
so I'm going to do that.
And revive again, and he's still dead.
Yeah, I could. So I'm going to do that. That is points for me. So I'm going to move the medical bot. So I'm going to activate the medical bot. I'm going to move the medical bot as a free action into this place because there's a dead person here, and that's my special ability. I'm going to revive the troubleshooter, and when I revive the troubleshooter, I get a point, and that's marked as a disc on the medical bot. I get a point for doing that. Now, the troubleshooter just got revived in a place that's on fire, so the troubleshooter dies again. And then as my second action, I'm going to have the medical bot revive the troubleshooter again, get another point, and the troubleshooter dies again. And that's my turn.
That's a bit gamey, but couldn't you just drag him out of there?
I could. I don't want to. That's what Mada needs to do.
Shouldn't it be then that the character that has been downed in a hazard gets like 1 turn until they gets downed again?
Yeah.
That gives everyone a chance to take the character and move him out from the hazard. Otherwise, this sounds a little bit silly.
There is usually not so much hazard on the station.
This doesn't happen that often. Again, Peter and I have played this in our combined 50 plus times, and I've seen this situation maybe twice, so it's not like a big concern. And I don't have a problem with that rule either, and I don't think Matt does either. Like, it's supposed to be a little absurd that the programming of the medical bot is like, ooh, a dead person, let me revive them. Ooh, a dead person, let me revive them again.
I get that, and it's great for the medical bot. But when I played too, I think my secondary character got downed in fire, and it just wasn't worth going there, extinguish the fire, and then try to revive them.
Yep.
But if they had like one turn to
or you can
get away from
you can use robots to drag him away from the fire.
Yeah, I understand your suggestion on it. It's adding more rules complexity to a game that already has a ton of rules complexity. So we don't want to add more rules complexity unless we feel like it's absolutely necessary. And in that situation, I don't feel like that's absolutely necessary. But, we can playtest this a lot more and see if that becomes a further problem. But I will note it.
So my turn. I suborn Stowaway. I put my disc on him, so I have 2 actions, and I move to the fire, but I have helmet, so I'm fine. And because the Stowaway has the command right now...
There's a lot of people in the room that's on fire right now.
So I want to move Stowaway to Bridge to trigger abandon ship.
To trigger abandon ship, that makes sense. But who knows if you can actually do that? Maybe you release Project X. Project X is here. And I'm not going to discuss it until it happens because reasons.
So, how can you kill the security if he cannot be attacked or gagged?
You have to kill him with a gun.
But it says, okay, yeah, weapons.
But an only gun can be printed with someone with command.
Okay, yeah.
Also, they can be downed when by other, like, for example, if you activate the antimatter, that's going to down everything on the station, including the security bot. Which is actually how I did it, like 3 games ago. I needed my bonus character was the security bot, so I just activated the antimatter to blow everyone up, including the security bot. It was a scorched earth strategy.
And the security can only attack fugitives, and that's only one on the station.
Yeah, the test subject is the only fugitive in this. This has been a really useful playtest for a lot of reasons, in part because this is supposed to be like the simplest setup, and I'm just seeing still complexities and things I might have to like move out to.
Can I ask something? I think this was great as well to listen in, and a lot of the problems, as you said, it's complex because it's a lot of rules, and the words that we are using to explain the. Can it be other words used, like control of figures, or what are you calling it? Suburb? No, it's like
Suborn.
It feels like Hannah is understanding what is happening, but she's not understanding the words, right? Hannah, it's like, can we use other words to explain, or is Matt like
what words? Well, what words? I mean, I'm open
easier to understand them once we get, if there's like a Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, but
because
yeah, I don't think
100% open to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's sort of
I'm just I'm taking notes here about the characters, which will be good for story writing, which is good.
Yeah, so I think that stone will help a lot then.
Yes.
Because that's what I'm feeling like. It's like we don't understand that it means that you control character, or you. It's like, and it's not only Americans that are going to play the game. It's like from different countries as well. So I'm just thinking like using, but yeah.
And also, I want to use more iconography, which I was talking to Robin about this. I want to use more iconography for things too. But yeah, one thing that Josh mentioned when we were discussing how to make this game easier to teach, it was exactly that. The first thing he said was, you need a rock solid glossary. And I showed him the PAX Viking glossary, and he's like, yes, you need exactly this.
Because I feel that's one of the problems on understanding it. Because listening in, and this is just the second time I'm listening into this, and I feel like I understand the game. You know, it's like the mechanics is kind of simple. The way you explained it in the beginning was kind of easy, but then it's like it's a lot of rules, and that's the fun part of it.
It is my hope. It is my hope. Yeah, it's my hope that like this. So as you know, I have a lot of experience teaching games, and I have a lot of experience teaching complex games.
Yeah,
and this is the same way that I taught John Company. And you know, I believe that you were at Essen when John Company was being taught. And John Company is a type of game that you teach it by playing 2 turns of the game, essentially, right? Yeah. Like you don't teach any rules up front, and because that game you can spend an hour teaching it, and then people still don't know what to do. So the same thing with PAX Transhumanity. You know, when I made my video, my How to Win video, it's because like even if you understand the rules, you don't understand what you need to do. So if you go through, like in my video, I just went through the first couple turns to kind of give you an idea of what you should be thinking about. So yes, both of those things.
Because you don't need to know the whole all rules at once. So I agree with you. So it's been interesting. Sorry that I disturbed the game. I just wanted to say
no worries. That's perfectly that is perfectly valid. And
for me, it's easier to understand what to do when I understand the motivation of why to choose one thing or another.
Yes, and that is very much that's very much part of the teaching. The teaching process with thematic games. And one thing that I try to do in complicated games is explain the theme a lot more, because a lot of these rules are complicated, but they're also intuitive.
Yeah.
Right. Like it makes sense that this is what you would do. So a lot of times, even if you just say like, well, what do you think you should do here? Well, I should do this. How do I do that as an action? It's like exactly as you just mentioned it, right? Like I want to go somewhere and grab a thing. Well, go somewhere and grab a thing. It's not like Euro games where like there's a lot of abstract concepts that you need to think about. A lot of the stuff in this game is intuitive when you actually like think. What would I do if I'm on the station? Right now, right? Like what would Made do as a troubleshooter? Right. Well, I want to make somebody drag me out of the fire. Right. Well, then do that. Make someone drag you out of the fire. That's your turn. A lot of that stuff is intuitive, and that's really what you want to do. Is that you want to present this story that people can put themselves in and understand. Okay, this is the situation I'm in. This is what I'm going to do. But yeah, all of this is that's why a lot of like rule book writing and a lot of it involves being a good teacher. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying it involves like having a lot of experience teaching any given game, and how you teach the game is how you should write the rule book. And that's not what we have done in the past. We did it. We're doing it now, where we're doing it with PAX Viking. We're doing it with Galenus, but it's not what we've done previously, and that's why people had problems with their rule books previously. There should still be a reference, like we have with Mesofauna, where we have like Phil's rule book, and then we have the other rule books, and that's what we need to do here as well. And that's what Root did. That's what Oath did. That's what a lot of GMT games do. That's what CGE games do. CGE games through the ages, Galaxy Trucker, Dungeon Pets. All of those are very complicated games, but they use the same approach.
Continue playing.
Yes.
Yes.
I've zoned out.
Blame the seaman. That wasn't me.
I mean, you were talking, so I blame you.
But I'm sorry I started that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Made. I knew that you were zoning out, Made. I'm starting to you. But sorry, I'm leaving soon, so I just wanted to say what I was thinking.
All valid points for both of you, for you and Hannah. And please tell me stuff like that. If you are ever confused, if something doesn't make sense, if you have no idea what you're doing, if words are complicated, please, all of that needs to be mentioned.
Yes, so I am confused as to what we should do now. I say we, Andy, because you and I are playing my character together.
All right, so you are the exile. You have the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Now the issue is you have a couple issues. Number one, you need to survive with the evidence, and you need to make sure that nobody else sends the evidence to the news, right? So how do you send the evidence to the news? Well, you see this rear array and this forward array right here.
Yeah.
Both of these places, you can zap that news to an off-site location. And these are the off-site locations: the company, the authorities, and the news. So if somebody gets a hold of the evidence and they send it to the news, you lose the possibility of getting those last 3 points. So no one's really doing that right now, because the only people that have the evidence are the exile and the astrochimp. But somebody could theoretically activate the astrochimp, go to like the rear array or the forward array, or even just survive with it and send it to the news. So that's one thing that you want to concern yourself with. Not something that you really have to concern yourself with right now, but maybe you want to make sure that, like, you know, you can cause an EMP burst to make the astrochimp lose the evidence, but we won't. We won't get there right now. So that's one thing. You want to try to survive. I'm sorry?
I think you can activate commander get to compromise.
Yes. So things that you can do right now is you can activate the commander, as Peter said, and because the commander's in the shred room, you can get compromat from anywhere in the station. So as 2 actions, you can get 2 compromat, and that's a pretty good thing to do right now. So to keep this as a choose your own adventure, you can also start moving the exile to the escape pod, because you know that Peasing is trying to head to the bridge to abandon ship, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in the escape pod when he triggers abandon ship, you know you're in a good space to escape.
Okay. So, but do I think that I would try to get the exile to one of the escape pods. That sounds like a good idea, because we have. Do I need more compromat, or is?
Yes, you need as much compromat as possible, because the more what you want is that you want compromat for surviving people, right? And you don't know who's going to survive. You can try to help people survive, and that way you do know. But you can also just get a bunch of compromat, and hope that compromat. Also, you have a special ability here, is your conspiracy power. When you discard compromat from a non-playable character, you get it back, right? So you can do a ton of special actions, right? Like you can take the let's say that you take the astrochimp's compromat, right? You can spend that compromat and then get it back, because no one's the astrochimp. So that's even more actions that you can do. So getting compromat is good. I probably highly recommend that you get compromat. And the other issue is that if the commander is here, someone else is going to activate the commander and try to take that compromat. And now if you try to activate the commander next time, they're going to have a disc on there, and you can only do 1 action instead of 2.
Okay. Well, then let's get some get some compromat.
Where do you want to get compromat from? It's all over the station.
But first we have to have we done that already?
You do. Yes, no, you absolutely do have to do that. You have to activate, and you have to suborn first.
Oh, right.
So you need at least 1 cube. If you put more cubes, that stops me from suborning the commander. Do you want to put 1 cube or more than 1 cube?
I can spend 6, so I have money to spend. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, but remember that you have 6, but you don't want to blow your wad too quickly there.
No.
Do you want to put a second one on there?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so put a second one on there, and you could put more, but I think you're good right now.
We're good for now.
And then you activate the commander.
Yeah.
And you're going to use the shred room to take compromat from anywhere in the station. Where do you want to take compromat from? There's a lot of people here, right? So there's a lot of people here, so you might want to take the ones that are from the corners just to stop people from getting them.
Yeah, I want to take that one, please.
Okay, so you take that one, and that's yours.
Yeah.
And then we'll play them face down for now, so that people don't know who you could compromise. So that's two things. Now there is I didn't mention there is a compromat that is a cube. That just means that I think it's still in there. Peter, do you know if he removed that?
I think
it's
it's
still in the game.
removed.
I just haven't seen it in forever.
I think it is removed.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, this is all of your compromat.
And also one rule with compromats: you can use compromat on any player character, and they can refuse but pay 2 cubes to betrayal box.
No, that's not the rule anymore, Jason. But I was gonna mention that.
Okay,
so Hannah, now you have all this compromat, and this compromat can be used on your turn. You can use one compromat on your turn to make anyone do what you say, if they are not a playable character. If they are a playable character, meaning if it's somebody, if it's one of us, if it's one of these 4 people, you can still play that compromat and tell them to do a thing. And then they have a choice. Either they do it, or they have to put their token in the suspect space.
Mm-hmm.
So, thematically, what's happening is you're saying, hey, I have this evidence that you committed a crime. Either you do what I say, or I'm gonna send this evidence. I'm gonna send this evidence. Intend to send this evidence to the authorities.
Yeah.
Which is going to, you're going to get in trouble for it. So if they refuse, then their thing goes here in the suspect spot. And if somebody, and you have the evidence right now. So if you send the evidence to the authorities, and they have a thing on the suspect spot, they go to guilty and they cannot win. So you have a lot of leverage right now, right? Like you can say, hey, I have this compromising information.
What can I make people do?
Anything you want.
Damn.
That's
an action.
Yeah. Well, I mean, any action, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you recommend that I do then? To who would
I'm just saying that's an option that you have. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what compromat you have, but you can, like right now, as part of your turn, you can use one of this compromat to make another character do something.
Okay, but why can we play them face up so you see what I have and then show me, tell me why?
Right. So you have the exile. This isn't useful for you because that's you, right?
Yeah.
But you have the exile or you have the daredevil and you have the test subject. So you can tell the daredevil to do something, right? Or you can tell the test subject to do something. The test subject is over here, and that's up to you. Like something that serves your own needs, right? So you can tell, I don't know, like you can tell the daredevil. Where is it? What does the daredevil have? Where is the daredevil? Let's not put these balls right next to the icon because it makes it a lot harder to see what characters are which.
So I could tell the daredevil, give me your helmet, for instance.
Correct. Now, yeah, I mean, normally you can tell, yes, but here's the thing: you can't compromise somebody to do something that will kill themselves. So you can't tell the daredevil to give you the helmet, and that's fine because the daredevil's not going to die. But you can't tell the stowaway to give you their helmet because they would die.
Yeah. Okay. But I can tell the daredevil to give me his helmet.
Yes. The helmet or their weapon, either of those, yes.
I don't want.
But not you, but any character in the room.
Yeah.
It's mine.
So are you asking the daredevil to give you their helmet?
Yeah, sure. Give me it.
All right. And Robin, you're saying no?
Helmet is not useful for daredevil much.
Well, no, it's useful because the daredevil can be attacked still.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like the medical bot is in there. The medical bot will kill the daredevil. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, I will keep the. I'll keep the.
Okay. So because Robin decided to keep the helmet, Exile is now made the Daredevil a suspect, right? And congratulations to me and Matt. We finally had a suspect thing happen after many, many games, and this was the rule that did it. So that means that is a good rule.
And you discard this compromat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Peter.
The compromat is discarded.
The compromat is discarded normally, but doesn't the exile take it back after discarding a compromat?
No, but on the NPC, not on the.
Oh, it's an NPC. You're right. Right. So yes, this is gone.
Dang it.
Yeah. If you're trying to compromat an existing player, but you don't get points for that anyway. Yeah, you do get points for that. My apologies. Well, you're gonna get a lot more compromat. Don't worry about it. And you made Robin into a suspect, which I think is far better. Okay, I like this rule already. Yes, we fixed that problem.
So how can I
Very excited.
Can I?
In order to, you can't unsuspect. However, if somebody, if you're guilty, if you need to send evidence to the authorities yourself to clear your name. So you want evidence right now.
Yeah.
And there are some people that have it. There's an Astrochimp. I don't think the Exile is going to give you the evidence, but the Astrochimp you can probably support the Astrochimp to give you the evidence.
Yep.
But sorry, is my turn? Am I done?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because you took 2 actions to get compromat, and then you used a compromat to do something. So you actually did 3 stuff. We're like here, right? We're definitely something like there.
Are you leaving already?
Okay, so that's Made. Made is going to, as one action, go into here. Now, Made, you have a slight problem. You can only drag once on your turn. So you could move in here, but you can't drag the troubleshooter. Also, Made, you only have 1 action anyway because you were the security bot last turn. Pretty sure. Were you not? Made, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
Oh, I've been talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot. I forgot. Okay. Well, I'm here now.
So you were the security bot last time, right? So you get only 1 action with the security bot, and you're gonna drag the security bot with the troubleshooter into this space, which is a good plan. It's a good plan.
And you can pick.
I like your thinking. And you can pick up the helmet and put it on the troubleshooter. That's not a bad idea.
No, you can put it on the security.
But I am the security.
She can give it to the troubleshooter in a future turn. She can't do it now. Yeah.
Oh, well, I will take it. It's mine.
Okay.
This is
Do
my
you want to do a bribe action?
plan. No.
You can do a bribe to make the security bot drag the body into the medevac. I don't know that you need to, but you know, that's something you could do. I also probably recommend. Yeah, I also recommend maybe suborning the. Remember that other people can control the security bot, so they may do something that you don't want them to do.
Can I put another cube there?
You can put as many cubes as you like, and the more cubes you put on there, the less likely somebody's going to control a character.
Okay.
But remember, people can still bribe. People can still bribe the security bot, so it's not.
But I have 2 cubes here now.
Yes. Okay.
That's my that's troubleshooter and the security bot's love story.
Yep.
Yes, and you can then.
You know what you could do?
You can then launch the med evac pod and be revived inside.
Yeah, but that's a separate. She can't do both of those things. She could do that next turn with her bride, but she can't do that like.
Yeah, you moved once and then picked up. That's a shade 3. All right, I will suborn and activate the Astroshim.
And you need put 2 cubes because it's loyal ability.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the one of the things with the game
and
that makes
the
complicated.
blue and the yellow is return.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Aster Chimp is I don't know. I guess we have to. I removed the botanist for the same reason, Peter. But like, we have to think about what characters don't have stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, I will send evidence to Daredevil.
Yeah.
And that was one action, right? So, what else?
Yeah, one thing that you could have done, Hannah, is that you could have used your bribe to bribe the monkey to delete. No, I guess only PCs can delete data. Yeah, so you couldn't have done that.
Yes.
But can I delete this?
No, only PCs can delete data. So you could delete the data that you have. You can't delete anyone else's data.
Okay.
You can remove data in physics labs and the magnetic containment, but it's quite far.
I'm not explaining those rules.
Okay, that icon.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, then I'm done.
The magnetic containment erases the data, and so does the physics lab. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
We move the turn.
Yeah. I am going to annoy Matt by activating the medical bot again. I'm going to move in here as a free action, and I'm going to revive the troubleshooter.
Can you kill me again?
No, I don't have enough action.
But you.
I only have one action. Sorry.
I don't believe you.
I do. I was the medical bot last time, so I only have one action. I mean, I could. Yeah.
Okay, I guess my security bot will kill me. No. Can't.
This is it. The security bot.
But the troubleshooter can kill the medical.
The troubleshooter can kill the medical bot. That can happen. Yes.
Can the troubleshooter kill themselves?
No.
You cannot do suicidal actions.
Suicide action.
The only way you can do suicidal actions is with the telepathic rat. The telepathic rat can mind control you into killing yourself.
What if you release like the antimatter or the something like trigger? That's sort of a suicide, right? If you.
Yes, you can do that. You cannot attack yourself. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Antimatter explodes after 5 turns.
Okay. So you can gather all your friends and just go in there.
So
yes.
I use my
Okay, I have a new plan.
Man, this is Stationfall. Every turn it's like, okay, I have a new plan.
And
the motto of
this
game
is to kill myself, so...
Okay. Yeah.
But within the rules.
The motto of this game is no plan survives first contact with the enemy.
And my controllers move to shed room and kills the commander.
Oh, poor commander.
Because he's collecting some evil videos, and that's bad.
It's Dr. Patient Privilege. Stay out of my files. Stay out of my files, Commander.
Okay.
Peter, we probably should have tested the thing where the cameras are a section action, but I forgot about that. Too late now. Okay, Hannah.
Yes.
You same thing as last time. You need to get compromat, and you can't get the commander to do it now because the commander is dead.
Yeah.
So maybe you do the thing that you were thinking about doing last time is activate. You can either activate the exile to start moving to the escape pod,
Yeah.
or you still need to kill the engineer.
I need to kill the
So you need to-
engineer.
Yeah, so that's your bonus character.
I
This is your
need to
bonus
go.
character right
Thank you for having me here. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Basime. So this is your bonus character, and it has 2 grudge icons on there. That means that if you
right.
kill, so you need to figure out how to kill the commander or the engineer.
Okay. Can we force? I don't know. Put him in the fire and kill him that
Daredevil.
way,
You can't because, but you have the daredevil, right? And no, the daredevil is a player. I keep forgetting that. So there's a stowaway. You can activate the stowaway. The stowaway has a weapon? No, the stowaway does not have a weapon.
But stowaway can manufacture weapon or gun.
Yeah, but all the way over here, though. That's pretty far away.
Yeah, it's
but the reason why I want to kill the whoever it was, the engineer.
The engineer
is to have extra points when the game ends.
You have a grudge against the engineer. You know, these are this.
But isn't it better for me to get to the escape pods and survive, and then I'll just
look at your points. So if you survive, surviving gives you 2 points, and 2 points for every compromat you have of surviving characters. So it actually is as many points to survive with the exile as it is to kill the engineer. So yes, you want to do both.
Do we have time, or is it?
We have lots of time. We're in turn 6 of 15 turns.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's try and kill that damn engineer.
Or you can with exile grab the weapon here in the machine shop and go kill them.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So
let's
all right. So you're going to activate the exile. I forgot that this didn't used to be a thing. This line. So I forgot that line was there. So you're going to activate the exile. You're going to move over here.
Also suborn.
Don't I need to put a cube thingy?
No, not as the exile. You are the exile.
I am the exile. But how do? Okay, never mind. Okay, cool.
You don't suborn You don't suborn your own character once the review. All right, so you move here as one action. You're gonna pick this up as a free action.
Yeah.
And then you get to do one more action. Do you want to move up?
We want to get closer to the engineer. So let's move up to the rear hub there. Okay. Is that it?
That's your turn. Yeah.
That's my turn. Thank you.
And in the next turn you can.
Yeah, I'm going to be me. And I'm going to run into the fire.
You can't do that.
You cannot.
What?
You can't suicide. You can't do suicide action.
Not that. Can I drag my?
So what you can do.
Can I be the security and drag back my body? No, I don't have. I'm not a body. But can I drag me?
No, you can't because you can only drag dead bodies.
Then I don't have a plan.
Yeah. So the Daredevil. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Robin. It's the Daredevil, and that's really screwing things up. Yeah, you need to figure out how to kill that person to get into the pod, and do it in a way that won't allow the medical bot to revive you. Oh, you know what you could do?
I can advise something for
you. Can bribe. So bribing PCs is something that we were talking about. Can you bribe PCs? And I'm gonna say for the purposes of this playtest that you can. You can bribe me as the medical bot, to kill the troubleshooter.
No, I'm just gonna kill you.
Okay, that works too.
For no
or
reason.
you can use stowaway.
Peter, what's your suggestion?
You can play a stowaway, give you helmet, and you can kill stowaway on next turn.
But I want to kill me.
Also, do I recall correctly that the stowaway is your bonus character, Mother?
Yeah.
Don't you want the stowaway dead and in the pod so that you?
No, I want to kill everyone
escape
now.
With.
Yeah,
but you understand, like, you're the troubleshooter and you want to survive. You want the troubleshooter.
No,
to
I'm not going through. I'm not looking at my own goals or like the character's goals. I'm just looking at the player's goals, which is now to kill everyone.
Okay. That I don't recall that being the goal, but sure.
I mean, that's not. I'm not going to win, but I will have fun.
Okay. You do you, Mate, but I think you do you. But I think that if the stowaway moves into here, I will want and gives a helmet to the troubleshooter. The medical bot will certainly be interested in killing the stowaway, and then probably reviving them. So that may not be like super helpful, but like there's things you can do to achieve your point goal. But if you just want to cause mayhem, I can't stop you. Mother's fun is priority.
No, I don't know what I want to do. You have destroyed all my plans, so yes, I'm going to kill you.
Okay. Go ahead and kill me.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, so you're activating. Who are you activating? You're activating the troubleshooter. So you get one action, and that action is going to be.
No, I just put it there. I was a security
did you just move it?
So, yeah.
My apologies. Okay, so as one action, you kill me. I'm dead. D dead.
Good. Can I throw you out?
What do you want to do next? You can.
Yes.
Can you? Yeah, that's spacing a body, right? So spacing. I just haven't done it. Move a co-located down character to EVA through the airlock. Yes, you can space me.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. I am now dead, floating in space.
Or you can repair some damaged medical.
She could,
do
but
I
that's not what she's gonna do.
No, I don't get a point from. No, I'm not gonna.
In fact, you lose points from that because you want robots to survive.
I know. That's why it's ironic.
Okay. Okay.
I gave up. Okay.
Okay.
I have another.
No, those are your two actions. You killed me and you threw me out of an airlock.
Good. Okay. Not yet.
Alright, so I see I put a cube here on myself, so I will retrieve that.
Do you all see how this game, like, just, it tells its own interesting story? It's not, like, scripted. These are just things that we are all deciding is happening, and the story gets played that way, much like an RPG, but in, like, board game form. That's why I can write those Stationfall stories. I'm not writing them. It's just literally what happened.
Yes, almost each game writes some interesting story.
I'll go there.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go there. That's my turn.
Okay, so, well, I don't care about surviving, so that's not, I'm not hugely upset about that, but I do care about getting points, and I can't get points if the medical bot isn't reviving anyone. So now I just need to make sure that people are alive, and I need to make sure that people are alive with other characters. So who's dead? The stranger's dead. I need to make sure that the stranger is alive. And who else? Yes, the commander. So I need to get some nanomeds and revive these people. Or somehow revive the medical bot, which is a problem because I got thrown out of the station.
Ha!
You're playing the game now. Okay, so the engineer doesn't have a helmet. And there are no more helmets, right? Yeah, there are no more helmets. So I feel like I need to suborn the engineer and then activate the engineer and move the engineer to here.
Okay, I use the cyborg. I move once. I pick the artifact and I throw him to space. I throw the space.
I don't like that.
What did you just do?
Not a fan.
Okay, so now what? The engineer is 2 steps away from me. And I have a weapon, yes?
So, sorry. So you are here.
Yeah.
And the engineer is there, yes. So
and you have only one action.
Yes, you can't. Yeah, because you activated the exile last time. You only have one action, so it's not going to be very easy. So yeah, you could just go in that general direction.
Yeah.
But I'm making it harder for you because I'm going to make. I want to manufacture a helmet for the engineer, which is going to make it harder for you to kill the engineer, because I want the engineer now to fix me. The engineer can repair damaged robots. So yeah, so you can continue on your quest to try to kill the engineer, but I'm letting you know that's going to be harder now. Alternatively, you can try to get more points by getting more compromat. There's still a ton of compromat in here.
Yeah.
So I maybe recommend going into the escape pod and start taking compromat.
Yeah.
How many people can you be in a one escape pod?
It depends on the escape pod. Most escape pods are just 2. It tells you you see the 2 people? There's 2 people here. So in this game, all of the escape pods are 2 people.
Okay.
But the OSHA pod is 4, which is not in this game.
And dead bodies are counting.
Let's move towards the escape pod.
Do you want to do something? So you're still only going to get one action. Do you want to do something with another character? So the chimp, for example, the chimp can do 2 actions and get down to here, and then maybe you can go back and forth between the chimp and the only thing is that it's going to take you 3 cubes to suborn the chimp, so maybe not so much. Do you want to let's see, who else is available? Peter, feel free to chime in here if you have a better idea on what to do.
No.
The stowaway is here. Oh, where's the stowaway's helmet?
It's underneath the bribe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because otherwise the stowaway's dead.
You can use security bot and pick compromat on the bridge.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You need 1 more.
No, don't
cube.
take my security bot.
So you would need to put 1 more cube on there, but then you can move here and grab one of these compliments. Hannah.
Yeah. What do you is there
alternatively
any,
so your choice now is move the exile this way.
Yeah.
To try to get eventually this compromat, and that's 1 action. right? So you don't actually
and
get
also
any
being
compromat,
in the would also be in one of the escape pods, which is also
Yes.
good to get off
Sure,
the freaking
yes.
thing.
Alternatively, you can use the security bot to move into here to be able to get one compromat this turn.
I would go.
So
I
do you
would
want to get
move
one now or two possibly later?
2 possibly later, please, and thank you.
Okay. So you're going to move into the
But
rear
you
airlocks.
cannot move there. You move here or here.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that the Exile
Aha,
did not have
two.
tunnel wrap.
Okay. Yeah, but I think so
thought the Exile
anyway.
had tunnel
Because we
wrap.
want I want to get to safety.
Okay.
Since you're keeping the engineer alive anyway, so I want to get the Exile to safety.
All right.
Yeah. So that's
So that
my
is
turn.
your turn? Mm-hmm. You want to use any compromat? You have the test subject compromat. You want to do anything with test subject?
I don't know. Do I?
That's a good question.
What do you think? What would you do?
Maybe the test subject wants to kill the engineer. Maybe you want to move the test subject closer to the engineer. The test subject doesn't have a weapon though, so they can't really do anything.
No.
I don't know who has a weapon that. No, so what can the test subject do? I don't know. Yeah, I guess you don't use it if you don't feel like you want to do anything.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah, you can just pass your turn. It's fine.
Yeah, we've moved.
But once you get more compromat, you're going to be able to do things with more characters.
Yeah. Okay. So we're aiming for that.
So
plus the
it's
safety of the
me.
thing.
Somebody should be sending the evidence to the authorities so that Robin has to worry about it.
No.
So that's something that actually Hannah can do.
No, you have no weapon.
But can't I kill without a weapon?
No. You
Can I
cannot kill with your bare
strangle them?
hands. No.
Why?
It's not a thing you can do. You cannot strangle people.
I would recommend giving helmet to
Yeah, I will give the helmet to the troubleshooter, I guess. But I wanted to die.
You can kill the stowaway next turn.
No, but I wanted the stowaway to kill me. Can I give him a weapon?
But not now.
Oh. Hmm.
Why you want to die?
Yes.
So that she can get into the. Well, I don't know why she wants one character compared to the other, but I mean, her plan is to get into another
between the troubleshooter and the security bot. Would I run
she's
away
shipping.
together?
She's. Mud's shipping tendencies are overriding her gaming tendencies.
Because next turn you can kill
an
the stowaway and go together to medic pot.
But I wanted to.
I think this
but
is.
I gave the
probably
helmet
the
to the troubleshooter. Was that an action?
Yes, giving is an action.
Okay, then we hang here.
All right. I think I'll.
Somebody asked in public Discord, I'm curious how it's feeling to developing so many titles at the same time.
I'm confused. Is my answer.
I'm not going to give my answer. But I'm very vocal about my answer.
I guess I'll go activating the astrochim. Just throw away his helmet.
You have to make like angry monkey noises when he throws away the helmet.
Yeah. Doesn't matter which way. No.
You
Dante
cannot,
can
you
make the
cannot
noises.
throw to the vents.
You can't throw too much. Yeah.
You can throw to the space if you want.
Yeah, it's EVA. Yeah, nice. And then he will go here. The second action.
Okay. So want to manufacture a helmet before somebody tries to kill the engineer.
Did you move the turn?
I didn't.
Hannah, actually, if you hadn't spent your compromat, you could have compromated the daredevil to kill the engineer, and I think that Robin might have been more inclined to do that.
Yeah.
It's a bit late now, but
yeah,
you can bribe them. We haven't decided whether we want to allow bribes for PCs, but I'm going to say right now that you can bribe Robin to kill the engineer. If the engineer is still there, which I think it all depends on whether I feel like it's worth saving the engineer, which I think that it is, because the troubleshooter is a person, and the only other person that can fix the medical bot is the engineer. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do one action, and that action is to manufacture a helmet.
You can also repair bots in the machine shop.
Yeah, but that's a huge pain in the ass. You have to drag it to the machine shop. Alright, so engineer manufactures a helmet. That's my turn.
I activate my consular. And I move twice.
And did you move the turn marker, Peter?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can survive by going to the EVA with dive suit.
Who is the dive suit right now? The counselor.
Okay, so I'm starting to zone out a little bit. I'm noticing. What should we do? Should we? What did you say? Should we try and bribe someone?
Well, you can continue to try. You have two things: you want to survive, and you want to get compromat. So you can either continue to do one action to move the exile to the space.
Yeah.
Or you can activate the security bot to get compromat. So my recommendation is actually, if you activate the security bot, then you're going to be able to do two actions. And then when you activate the exile again, you're going to be able to do two actions. If you're just constantly activating the exile, then you'll only do one action.
You only get one action. Okay, but I need to add one
add a cube.
Yellow.
Yes.
Do
you want to do that?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So you do that, and then you're going to activate the security bot and presumably move the security bot into here.
Yes.
And grab a compromat.
Thank you.
And you can now do an action with the stranger or the test subject if you want.
And what is clever?
The stranger's dead. Yeah. Well, the stranger's dead, so that's not really helpful. No, so this is not worth points at the end of the game until the stranger comes to life again. And then the test subject, in pretty much the same position. I would say maybe you can use the test subject slowly but surely to get the nanomeds to eventually revive the stranger. So maybe you just want to move the test subject to, someone like the test subject isn't a tunnel rat, right? No, uncanny. So you probably just want to move the test subject to eventually get down here.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Okay. So that's your turn?
Yeah.
Mud.
Well, I'm going to kill the solo. Wait, I need to move my thing.
As one action?
Can I drag them in here? Okay,
as your second action.
Guess there's no love story here.
Sometimes the love story is the lack of a love story.
Yeah, that's us.
Alright, I will go activating.
That's the issue, Monday, is that we're all making the story together. So you're at the whim of what everyone decides the story is going to be.
Right, so...
You killed your monkey.
Yeah, I killed the monkey.
Well, that's dumb. I had monkey compromat that I was going to use. Damn it, Robin. All right, so
he knows too much. No.
And you should probably get the artifact or
the monkey does have. Robin killed the monkey because he knows too much, and it's perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
All right. What am I doing? I love this game. This game is
and the Daredevil needs artifact or biosamples for more points. An artifact is flowing into space, and the biosamples have test subject, or there can be manufactured here.
Yes.
All of those are true.
All
of that is accurate.
Don't. That's my plan.
Don't point shame him. Don't point shame him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? I guess. I mean, if I keep activating the engineer, that's going to be a problem because it's going to take too long. So I need to do something else. And all these dead people are getting away. All right, so I'm going to help Hannah revive the stranger because I also want people alive. Who can I do that with? The test subject. So let's do that. Hannah, we're gonna work as a team to get the test subject to revive people. So the test subject's gonna move 1, 2.
And put cube on him. Did you move turn marker?
What's my... I haven't even looked at my bonus. Yeah. My bonus is... I really want the stranger to survive.
I think we should move the turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my turn.
We're more than halfway through the game, folks.
What I need. I use the subject.
I express my emotions on that question that was asked with an emoji.
Weird. And I use my compra on the troubleshooter. And I ask troubleshooter to damage the medic pot.
The medical bot is already damaged. Oh, the
medical pot.
The room? What are you asking?
I ask troubleshooter to sabotage the medevac pod.
Oh, the medevac pod. Ooh, yeah.
That's something one can do.
And it will, if you launch the
you
pod, you will die.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
Or you can refuse and be suspect.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that, Monday.
No, I want to do that.
I think you. Are you okay? So that damages the pod.
Yeah, I forgot he can repair. Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, can you repair?
Yes, the troubleshooter can repair.
Oh.
But it's only last chance to use it.
Wait, how could you do? Wait, how could you do that?
I used my compro.
He used a compromat. So there's one compromat of every character, and he used a compromat to force you to do that.
Okay.
This is a game. This is kind of like Mario Party, where you play it and then you will hate all your friends.
Yes.
I mean,
all games.
No, I like
it depends
games
on the group,
where you don't hate your friends.
So if you, I don't, I'm gonna guess that nobody here actually saw the Nemesis review, but if you actually like, and in the Nemesis review, they actually talk about exactly this. They say that like, 1 in like 5 of your friends is gonna hate this game because of this reason. And
yeah, I don't like hating my friends.
Well, I do.
I think it's unfair, and I don't like being mean.
And Mother, we made a game where mean to people pretty often, and then we made another game where you were also mean to people pretty often.
Which game?
So, Pax Viking and Boss Mesophone.
No, I am nice in that game.
Well, it's nothing that strengthens the friendship as a little bit of hate, you know.
All right, Hannah, it's your turn.
Yeah. So our plan was to activate the exile and then move 2 steps down to the double.
Boom, boom. I assume you want to go into Escape Pod McQueen because that's to compromise, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Done and done.
Yes. And do I get to the
yes, so you probably want to use your test subject compromat to help me continue to move to the stranger.
Okay.
Because it's in both of our best interests to get the stranger alive. So we're working together. Presumably, I don't know. Maybe you want us to work together. How did the test subject end up all the way over here? Who did that?
Where's the stranger?
Peter, did you do that?
What?
Peter.
I was away. What was the
You
question?
activated the test subject?
Yes.
All right, terrible. But Hannah, do you want to move the test subject back to back down?
Do we think that's a good idea?
If we want to revive the stranger, yes.
Yes. So then let's do that.
You get the
boom.
Okay. Am I done?
Yes.
Okay. Guess I will repair that.
And then launch the pod.
Can I do that in the same turn?
I mean, it's an action.
I think it's better for you to start the launching, and you can repair on the next turn.
Oh, can I start launching and then repair?
Yeah, so when you launch a pod, I'm going to explain launching pods now, because I actually haven't explained that. So the way that launching pods, because there are two people in pods now. So there's two ways to launch a pod, all right? So the first way is you get in a pod once abandoned ship has been declared, which, by the way,
Yeah,
has
I know that one.
No, a medical pod is different. So the medical
Yeah, I
pod
know.
can launch you. Yeah, but so if it's an abandoned ship, you get in a pod, and then you say, okay, as an action, I'm going to activate launching this pod. And what that means is, let's say that Hannah does this. So Hannah says, okay, I'm gonna activate launching this pod. So you put a disc of your color. That's called a time disc. And this means that at the end of your next turn, this pod will launch.
Oh, okay.
Right? Now that's a problem when you're here. When you're here, it's the last turn of the game. If you launch the pod, and the game ends, then that doesn't help, right? So don't assume that you're going to be able to escape, on the last turn of the game by launching your own pod. Another way to launch a pod is to have somebody launch you, right? So if somebody was, let's say that I'm going to take just a random character. Let's say that somebody was here. If somebody's in an adjacent section, they can launch you. So you can say, okay, I'm gonna bribe the consort to launch me, and then you can do it the same turn. So if somebody was here, Made, you could have bribed them to launch you the same turn. So you could have just fixed it, and then use your bribe token to have somebody launch you. But the security bot isn't there. The security bot moved. But if they were there, you could have totally done that and then escape. So those are the two ways to launch. Sorry, there is one more way. If you are in the bridge and you declare abandoned ship, then all the pods can be launched. If you declare abandoned ship again, every time you declare abandoned ship after that, anyone that's in a pod can be launched. So it's essentially the same thing as launching from here, from an adjacent section. You can also launch from the bridge. So you can launch pods from the bridge, from an adjacent section, or with a time disc from inside the launch pod.
Nice.
Got it?
But
okay.
Probably.
Yeah, but I put my purple disc there.
Yes, Peter. And the bridge has to be with command, but I don't think anyone's doing it anyway, so yes. I'm not gonna.
But I saw that the stowaway can move and act through, though they have command.
The dead stowaway, yes, the dead stowaway can do that.
My friend.
So So you're activating launching the pod as one action. What are you doing as your second action?
I only have one action.
Oh, you only have one. That's why. Yes. So I agree with Peter. Then you totally should do one before the other. Okay, so that's it. It's Robin.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The Robin plus Dante team.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and take candy. No, not candy. Punschrulle.
I'll just whack the test subject here.
I want fika.
So test subject is down. I only have one action.
Ah, terrible.
But you can pick up the biosamples from him.
Yes. That's a free pickup. Yes, correct. All right.
All right, Hannah. Disaster has struck.
Okay.
I gave him a friendly hug, but he was allergic.
Disaster. So the engineer is going to. Man, I don't even know that I have enough. This was kind of a waste. I probably should have.
Yep. It was handed to me. I wanted to kill him all game. But... Nice.
Disaster. All right. 1, 2.
Okay, I move turn. And
I'm not getting very many points.
I activate myself.
All these people are dying.
I activate my counselor. I
Yay.
move to the real life support. I go to the space and I pick the artifact.
Okay, so what can we do anything to avert the disaster you were talking about?
Well,
what's happening now?
you can't activate any of your compromat, right? Because both of these people are dead. But you can get more compromat. So I would say activate the exile and get 2 more compromat is really what you want to do.
I'm sorry, you said activate the what?
The exile.
Doesn't that mean that he's already activated? Because I was
Yes, you can activate the exile again. It just means that you can only do 1 action.
But you can you can wait and have 2 actions to grab 2 compromats.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. That's the same thing to wait and you know and do just 1 action. So you have a security bot compromat, which is good because you can use that security bot compromat to get more compromat. Which I probably recommend you do.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
And then, oh look, you have engineer compromat now. That'll let you grab more compromat. So this is something, yeah. So we recently decided that we were going to allow using compromat the same turn that you get it. I'm going to write a note. Exile, super strong when compromat same turn. Okay, just noting that is an issue. But yeah, so now you have engineer compromat, and you can use the engineer to grab the compromat that's in here.
Okay.
And
now you have
use
consort
only 1
compromat
per turn.
Oh,
Can
you're
you
right.
make like a co-op game mode of this?
Yeah, I'm already thinking that. So yeah, my apologies. You couldn't have done that. You couldn't have used more than just the 1. Peter's right.
Okay.
You can grab it still. No, you can't grab it. So you're done.
Okay.
So it's actually not as strong. That makes sense.
Now I'm now gonna repair. Bye. And now.
Yeah.
So you repair.
Done. Yeah.
And then. So exactly. So I was gonna say you should make the launching noise, which I guess that is your launching noise. And the stowaway is going to revive because that's what happens when you put a dead person in the medvac pod. And that's it. I think they just scored a bunch of points.
We have first.
No, that's like the only points I'll get because I've killed everyone else.
This is true. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, I assume you don't want to use a bribe to do anything, or compromise. So that's your turn.
I want my bribe.
No. Robin.
Yes. Oh, you're all leaving. I'm so lonely. Feels like. I guess.
Yeah, Robin's not getting his points because Robin gets points if everyone dies except him.
Yeah.
So Mother just ruined. Yeah. Mother just ruined the Daredevil's points.
Or you can pass and get some cube back.
My cat is angry. She wants food.
I want to, but I have.
Me too. I'm also angry.
Are you hungry?
What I can't is.
I would settle for cat food right about now.
2 cubes here and activate security, I guess. He can drop these guys, but this
not the gun.
No, the gun is integral. He has a gun arm
Yeah, and the helmet, is that helping him at all? Or
No.
is this...
No.
No.
But Made wanted to prevent somebody else from getting the helmet, so she grabbed the helmet.
What?
Well, I'll just move.
Made,
Made
you were
the
the one that got... Yeah, you made the security bot pick up the helmet.
I guess.
You can move to Eva and drop the helmet there if you want.
I want to kill this guy. So
No, don't kill him.
You need
Wondering if I-
gun.
Yeah, that's
It's
gonna
very
be tough
difficult.
there.
I think it is not possible right now.
No, that's gonna be really tough for you. You need
Yeah, but-
somebody with a gun to kill it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like one step here, make one.
Yeah. The only other thing that'll kill it is activating the antimatter, which is not gonna happen at this point.
Or
Or
something
maybe
fun, yeah.
launching self in damage pot. But,
Yeah, the Project X might do it. But
I'm
you know, you need
so
to launch
sure.
Project X.
Yeah. Could be fun. No, I just...
The engineer can. So wait, the engineer actually can sabotage robots, can't they? Yeah.
no.
You and your conspirators may attack. No, that's a conspiracy power. Sorry. Yeah. Only the PC engineer can attack robots.
Okay, but I'm moving down. See what happens.
Last 4 turns.
Ugh. Okay, so do I want that compromat?
But if he's on board in Stationfall, he dies, right? So
But it is not counting
No,
for your bonus.
it doesn't count.
Correct.
Okay.
You need to.
You want them to suffer.
Yeah, of course.
Well, things are not looking good for all of my people. There's so many dead people on the station. And the medical bot is like, the medical bot would be loving all of these dead people, except they're also dead in space, floating in space, thanks to Madu.
Huh.
So this is a sad tale. The medical bot is floating dead in space, and everyone's dying. I don't know what to do. The trouble? No. Are there any people that are there any NPCs that are? Yeah, only the stowaway. No, the stowaway's gone. So the stowaway has this, and the troubleshooter has this. So I don't think that there's anyone that I can activate other than the engineer. They're all dead. They're all dead. Well, the security bot, I guess. But I don't want to put 2 cubes on the security bot.
You can renegotiate to get some cubes and use them later.
It's not. I don't have a. I'm not lacking cubes. I'm lacking actions. All right. So I guess the engineer is going to go into space. As much as I want that compromat, I don't have enough turns, I think, to do. And that compromat's going to be worthless because these people are all dead.
Okay, I activate my consular and I say goodbye and bye bye and die. And I fly away. And survive. With my dive suit.
All right, so this is a little concerning for you, Hannah, because you're in the escape pod, but no one's declared abandoned ship.
Yeah.
And you can't do it on the last turn unless there's a 1 in 3 chance that this is not the last turn.
Yeah.
So you have right now, if somebody doesn't declare abandoned ship before this phase, or somebody doesn't get here to launch you, you only have a 33% chance of surviving.
Aha. Okay.
So you should probably.
So you need to get somebody to the rear airlock. Probably the security bot.
Or the engineer.
Yeah. I mean, you do have engineer compromat, so that's helpful.
Yeah. So
you probably want the engineer. You probably want to suborn the engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what you want to do. So you want to suborn the engineer. Tell the engineer to go to here.
Yeah.
And then with your compromat, tell the engineer to launch you.
Okay.
But you cannot launch yet.
No, not now. It has to be during abandoned ship. But that's what you want to do, like, eventually, is what I'm getting at.
Okay. So what are we doing now, then?
That's a good question. You want this person to survive. No, you don't want this person to survive. You want to kill the engineer. No, that's a pickle, because you want to kill the engineer, but you also need the engineer to that is a pickle.
I think you can take security bot and move him because
probably.
Of your,
I think you probably want to move. Yeah, I think you probably want to move security bot down.
Okay.
So yeah. So you're gonna activate the security bot. So that's putting another disk on here, and then moving the security bot down.
And you can use Compro on him. And
then you can use the security bot compromat, right, to continue to move the security bot down. Yeah, that's good. But solid move.
But you can also move to the on the other way. That will be closer.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. No, it's not closer. How is it closer? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same amount.
No, 3, 4.
Oh, I keep forgetting tunnel red is not a thing. Okay, no. Peter's right. Peter is correct. So you're going to move here and then move into space.
Okay.
All right, Monday.
I don't really know what to do right now. I wanted to help the security bot, but now the security bot is in the black space.
Well, you could help the medical bot. You can suborn the engineer to fix the medical bot. You want the medical bot to survive.
No, it is NPC.
Can I revive a robot that is in space?
Yes.
How? Do I use a very big magnet?
Do a repair action.
But
but it's in space.
You get no points for repairing.
It doesn't matter. You don't get any points, but you can do it. Like you can repair. I mean, people repair stuff in space all the time.
I mean, if it's
medical bot is a robot.
Has it been he has floated away or something? Why don't I get points if I revive it?
Because it's NPC, and I am the medical bot, so I'm not an NPC. But there are other robots.
You probably need to get engineer and security bot to survive. So
how do I do that?
You can probably move to some pods to get them ready.
Yeah.
What?
And you can drag the medical bot with you.
So I can go out from space.
Yes. So using the security, I mean, I think you want to do it with the engineer, because the engineer, no, yeah, they both have discs on them, so it doesn't matter.
Where's my thing?
What thing? Oh, yeah, right.
Security.
So the security is in space, and you want to move in here. Do you want to drag the medical bot with it? Is robot friend?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't get points from you.
Oh, fine.
So should I activate here and then go inside an escape pod?
Well, you only have one action because other people have this on it.
So okay. So my action is to go in there.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's it. Robin.
Yeah, I'll take a chance. I don't know. I'll go here and make a gun.
Take a chance on me.
Exactly. My wife started to sing that also. Exactly.
I think you should go to the... to the evac pod. Otherwise you will probably not survive. because
Yeah,
it's not too
well,
much time.
yeah, I have that concern. But I think
And you will not get gun. You can manufacture only helmet.
okay. I was here, right? Yeah. Yeah, then I will go down. Yeah.
I mean, we are a majority Swedish play group here, so there should be some ABBA at some point.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's the people outside of Sweden sing like ABBA songs.
ABBA more.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have you will notice when you
don't appreciate what you have then.
Yeah. Jon listens to ABBA sometimes when he works. So the office.
I bought these like the Sony XM4s, the best noise canceling headphones before the Apple ones came out, specifically because I was expecting to work in an office, and I'm never good in an office environment because I get very distracted. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy these noise canceling headphones so that I can, well, number one, here when I'm trying to do something and it's the middle of the day and I'm trying to like sleep or something, but eventually I was like, okay. And also when I work in an office, I want to have headphones just so that when other people are talking and stuff, I don't get really annoyed by them. And I don't know that that's ever going to happen. So I spent a lot of money on things that either selling things or doing things for no reason at this point. Yeah. All right. My turn. The engineer, I guess, is going to repair the medical bot, or do I do that as a bribe and then I get the medical bot? Does the medical bot only get a free action movement in 2 sections? What that means? Okay. Do I just lose a point for that? Do I lose my thing? All right, there's too many people to revive, and I need to. Yeah, I think I need to do that. So I'm going to bribe the engineer to repair the medical bot, and then I'm going to activate the medical bot to go into here, and then go into here.
Remove turns. And
save all the people.
I put my cube on. Let's put one more.
So Hannah, you want to help me save all the people because
yes.
Is this a knockdown that Stationfall or has to survive? No, they have to survive. Yikes.
Activate. No, not this one.
So you actually want the security bot to survive because you have the security bot compromat, and you want the you want the engineer. So you both want the engineer to survive and the engineer to die. You get the same amount of points. So you get 2 points if the engineer dies, but you get 2 points if the engineer survives, which is,
But you can also use
very conflicting
to exchange your compromat.
Can do what now?
And I use engineer and I throw helmet.
As an action, discard. Yeah, I didn't see that. As an action, discard a compromat from your hand and take a previously discarded NPC compromat into your hand. So these are the ones that have been used, right?
Troubleshooter that is already survived.
Yeah, Hannah, you probably want to do that because the troubleshooter has survived. So you definitely want this in your hand. So as an action, discard one of these compromat. I sadly think that the stranger is a goner here, so I would say get rid of this one.
Yeah.
And grab this one.
Okay.
And that's just two points for you right there. That's a 2-point move, which is pretty good.
Fantastic.
And then you have so you're activating the exile, and then you have one more action, which I want to say is probably just grabbing another compromat.
Okay.
And look at that, stowaway. That's another 2 points for you. Nice.
Oh.
You gained 4 points in one turn. That's a pro move right there.
But you still
well, I thought about
survive.
it really carefully.
Yeah, that's very impressive. And you can still do a compromat. You can still do a compromat action.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do here? Unfortunately, you can't use this to launch you because abandonship hasn't been declared yet. You could use the engineer, and you want the engineer to survive. So maybe you just want the engineer to... where's the engineer right now? The engineer's here?
Yes.
Why is the engineer here?
I move him here.
Peter, anytime I say, why is this stupid thing happening? The answer is because Peter did it. I think that you probably want the engineer to go back into space so that they can get to this rear.
He has no helmet right now.
Did you make the engineer lose his helmet?
Yes, he'll throw it to the space for some strange reason.
Peter, you're a terrible person. All right, so I guess, and you can't move down here because there's a fire. Have we been, Peter? Doesn't this fire spread?
No, because it's 0 gravity.
Oh, it doesn't spread in 0 gravity. You're right. Oh, terrible. All right, so yeah, the engineer's kind of stuck. So maybe you want to do something with somebody else. So the test subject is still dead. The stowaway is gone. The troubleshooter is gone. The security bot can do a thing.
And Hannah is done his turn, right?
Well, Hannah can still do a thing with a compromat. That's what I'm getting at. But I guess she can't.
Right.
Like the only thing she can do is like move up here, but there's no real reason for that. So yeah, I guess Hannah's done.
Okay.
It is me.
There's not much to do. No.
I guess I can. Okay. Can I use a bribe to give myself another action?
No.
You cannot bribe yourself. No. You can't give money to yourself to do an action.
Okay, so if
and you are a troubleshooter,
I'm gonna give myself $10,000.
So, cause I want to join in the pod.
Okay, so just tell the security bot to move in there.
But should I activate the thing first?
You can bribe security bot. You cannot
But I am
bribe
the
yourself as
security
the
bot.
troubleshooter.
But I am.
You can't. No. Okay. So let me clarify, Madit. You can't bribe your player character. You can't bribe the troubleshooter. You can bribe any other character. So yes, you could bribe the security bot.
So I'm still me, even though I'm not here.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So
you're
I can
acting with your conspirators.
Okay, so I can activate this thing. Also, I wanna put another cube on this.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate this. Woo. And I'm gonna use my other action that I'm bribing him with to. Should I join or should I take my own?
I think it's better for you to go to the exile pot.
To the.
Well, Hannah has, and she's incentivized to make this go off. So.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to be friendly and help, then we can go away together.
I think you should come join me, but
yeah, hello.
I don't know. Hi, welcome. Sit down.
I have. Yes, I have this now.
You cannot launch bot right now.
What?
You only have one action.
But that's why I wanted to. Okay, that was my thing. That's what. Okay, so my first action was that I wanted to launch it, and my second action was that I wanted to go into the pod.
But the abandoned ship, it is not declared.
That's not how that works. So if you number one, abandoned ship hasn't been declared, so you can't even launch a pod yet, or declare a thing. Number two, when you press that button, this is gone. You can't get into the thing after you press the button.
So it's not like one turn as in the one above.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to launch from here takes a turn. To launch from here is immediate.
Okay, well, I had to do a cat thing. So I can't do that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do then.
You can move to the
bot,
you
can still move the security bot in there, and then just assume that Hannah wants to, survive. So.
Or bribe me to go here,
but
and I will.
It's not abandoned ship.
Yeah.
No, but
we need 2 more turns to be able to do it.
Okay, but I'm here, and I'm a friend.
Thank you. Hi, welcome.
Then I did not bribe.
Robin.
Because Stowaway was going to the bridge, but someone put him in the boat and escaped before.
So you put another cube here. That was not good. So I guess I'll just. I'll go here. I can only do one action. I don't know what else to do.
Or you can pass your turn, get your cube back, and then you will have 2 actions on the next turn.
Okay, since the commander is dead, is the engineer the next one in command?
Nope.
Why? Because I think
it does not move when somebody dies.
But it should.
Yeah, I think it's if the commander dies.
I understand your reasoning. Matt is adamant that this is how it works. So
how
what?
Why is this even here then? So if that
the engineer is not
because
the commander right
you can do contingency protocol, which is a system action to move Matt, and you have to do this action in order to move.
Otherwise, if we have a game without commander or first officer, the engineer will have command because he's first in the
I think it should be passed down when someone dies.
It should work the same way as if
okay,
he's dead.
How about the two of you tell Matt that, and we'll see how that goes.
It's an easy intuitive rule, I guess.
Okay, well,
I thought
I don't know if you all. I don't know if you all know, but Matt Eklund is Phil Eklund's son, and in some cases like father, like son.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'll pass. So I will receive the activation disk back, but no
one
cube. Right. Sorry, what did you say?
You get 1 cube back from any character.
Oh, okay.
It's probably some dead.
Yeah. Okay. That's the turn then.
Ewan is asking me a question.
So we have 2 last turns. Probably.
Okay, so I want to revive people. So I'm going to continue to activate the medical bot, and the medical bot is going to come down here for free, and they're going to save the monkey because Hannah doesn't get points from that. And I'm going to put another thing here. So actually, it doesn't matter because the test subject needs to like leave the station for Hannah to get points. But whatever, I'm still doing the monkey. And the monkey is now alive and has the evidence. So if the monkey were for some reason wanting to send the evidence to the authorities, that would be a problem for Robin.
I pass my turn.
That's not good.
And I'm going to
And Justin's messaging me too.
And if you survive and you have evidence, you can give it to any of sides.
What, Andy, do you want to help me out here? What are we?
Sure. So here's your situation right now. The security bot was like, no, I'm not going to launch you. I'm going to get in this escape pod with you. So now you still need somebody to launch you. So you can either try to get the security bot like back out here, but really that's probably not something you should do this turn. That's probably something that you should do on this turn and be like, okay, so I'm going to activate the security bot to move out, and then I'm going to use the security bot compromat to launch me. Which so that's probably what you want to do next turn. What you want to do this turn? Well, how many cubes do you have out? You have 6 cubes out, so you're not losing any points. I feel like do you want to hurt anyone? I don't know. I think that maybe you just want to pass and grab a cube back because cubes are tiebreakers at the end of the game.
Okay.
So let's just. I think that's probably the move. Yeah. And then you could still do something with one of your compromat. So the test subject is not alive.
No, you cannot do actions if you pass.
You're right. So you passed. You're taking your disc back. You're taking a cube back. And now next turn you can do 2 actions with the exile.
Okay.
Not that you're going to, but you could do that. All right. So yeah, that's you.
Okay.
So Ion SMG pass 1, 2, 3. I don't know what to tell you. That's
Andy, I'm in here, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not finding it. I can't find the game.
Are we? I think no. It's a flex table, so you should be able to join. I don't know what to say. Just
this will be interesting. Who will survive? Because probably only 2.
Or is it my turn again, or did I forget to press it last time?
It's your turn.
It is your turn again. This game goes quick when people, know what they're doing.
How do I take command?
You cannot.
So you can do. Somebody with command needs to activate contingency protocol and hand command to someone else. So the stowaway had access to command, so the stowaway could have done it, but they're gone now. And I don't know anyone else that has command.
Exile has command.
The exile has command. So the exile, you can try to bribe Hannah to give you command, but I don't know that that's going to happen. I don't think you necessarily want to do that.
I wanted to send us away.
What do you want to do? You send us. Well, that can't happen because you actually need to be here.
I know. That's why I'm thinking of giving it to the engineer because it's further in line.
Right.
Yeah.
So this maybe can happen. Maybe this can happen. So Hannah would need to.
You need to revive.
No, Hannah. So move and act as though they have command. So Hannah, you would need to bribe Hannah to do a contingency protocol action to hand command to the engineer, and then as the engineer, you activate the engineer, and you go here as one action, and you activate abandoned ship as the second action.
Yeah.
However, here's the thing, though. It's not going to. It's not going to matter because next turn you're going to be in abandoned ship anyway. So like, it's not super helpful. I don't think it's worth wasting your bribe for that. Like, I get it, Made, and that's, that is all super smart and a great idea if you had done it like a turn ago.
But I thought he was the command. Because stupid.
I apologize. Yes, I apologize. That is not how that works.
Well, I will take the
engineer. It's okay. Don't worry.
Down.
Okay, fine. Are you gonna put two? I don't know that you want to spend more cubes. Do you want to spend more cubes to activate the? You need to put 2 cubes on there.
Until you cannot go down because there is fire.
Yeah. How did he get up there?
He was in space. And this is an EVA port.
But how? He doesn't have a helmet.
Yes, they had.
He wasn't. He did have a helmet, and then somebody caused the engineer to throw the helmet back into space.
Oh.
So that happened.
Okay, I'm gonna be the chimp instead.
Okay.
But you need 2 cubes.
What?
No. Yes, this is true. No, because the engineer is loyal. So subordinate players must place at least 1 more cube than currently on the Astro Chimp. I recommend probably you just pass and get 1 of your cubes back.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Where do I need my cube back?
Because
but I can have 6 cubes, so it's okay.
Yes, but cubes are tiebreakers at the end of the game. So if 2 people have the same number of points, but 1 person has more cubes, then they win. So
I guess
and you cannot get it from the stowaway because he is away. You can only from security.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing.
Why can't I take it from the...
You can't take it from a character that's already gone, even though I don't like that rule, but you can't take it from a character that's already gone.
I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm not gonna take my security.
Okay. Do you want to take this disc back? You can do that too.
You must take it back.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, I will jump into this pod.
Good luck with that.
Why?
Who's gonna launch you?
Well, there are 2 guys here. That might
be...
But you need launching from here. So.
Actually, no, you're right. Because here's the thing: the person that when you do that, it's gonna launch both of those pods. So Robin's good. Yeah, Robin has a sound plan.
It can be done, but it will be difficult.
But what should I do?
No, Robin. You're solid. You're good.
Now we have the abandoned ship.
What?
So we are in abandoned ship now.
And we can.
I'm going to activate the medical bot again to revive the test subject. And I should have 5 in there now. Yeah, I have. And that's it. That's my turn.
I activate. No, I renegade on security bot, and I do nothing.
How's the game been so far?
Pretty good. The new suspect rule I really like.
Yeah,
It actually caused a suspect for the first time ever. So if you compromise someone and they refuse, they become a suspect. Which is pretty cool, and thematically it worked out really well because like the exile was basically blackmailing people to do things, and if right now the monkey has the evidence, and if the evidence gets away, then Robin's going to be guilty. So if somebody did, I don't think anyone's gonna, but if somebody used the monkey to all the monkey has to do is go here and send the evidence to the authorities. And if the monkey does that, and they can, like somebody could do that, then Robin's guilty, and then that's a problem. And and Robin killed the monkey because the monkey knew too much, which I love. That's just great. I love this mechanic.
Robin has evidence, and he can.
Robin has evidence, sure, but Robin is going to have to use his thing to. Oh no, he does it at the end of the game. Isn't that a rule though that you can't do it at the end of the game?
You can do it if you survive on your PC, but only to redeem self, not to make someone guilty.
Okay, to redeem self. So Robin can't do it at the end of the game. All right, so that's not working.
So Hannah, you can survive right now, if you want.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay, so Hannah, what you're gonna do is you're going to activate the security bot. So you need to put another cube out.
Yeah, sure.
To be able to activate the security bot. You could also use your bribe, but I don't know that you want to bribe. That's the point. So you activate the security bot. You put where's your disc?
It's over by my place because we moved it last.
Oh, right, that's true. Yeah, and that's a good move there because now you have two actions. So you take this, you ask the security bot to leave, right? And then as a second action, you don't even need to use your compromat. You launch these pods.
Sorry, mother.
I don't like this.
And now you can still do stuff. But I don't know. You got rid of this.
I think you launch only one pod, not all.
Do you launch only one?
Yes.
Let me see. Launch an adjacent. Immediately move an adjacent occupied pod to the mesosphere. This action cannot be performed. I don't know that it. Let me.
It's an adjacent pod.
The all pods are only part of the command action.
Okay, so in that case.
No, choose the other one.
All right. So you could use the security bot, Hannah, to move tell the security bot to go into space.
Why? Don't do that.
I think that's because that will prevent Robin from launching.
Oh,
probably.
So I not only threw out Mother, now I'm killing her. And
no, you're not killing. Well,
no, she's no.
You're not killing Mother. Your Mother was never going to escape with the robots. So that was a pipe dream. But you are also hurting Robin in the process. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Yeah, and that's
okay. So
and then we're done.
That's savage. Hannah's a mean player, man. Savage. There are escape pods, but I don't know that that you can do anything to save any more robots.
From the security boy.
Yeah, because I don't think you can. I mean, Yeah, you can't do anything to save the security bot at this point. I don't think.
So I can use a bribe for
You can use a bribe to make the security bot go in there, sure. And then you're going to activate it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least you made Robin lose a point.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. And now to me.
No, let's see if we are continuing.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. Stationfall. That's the end of the game.
Did it launch right away though? Since it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
It launched.
Yeah.
You can set a timer as well, but if someone's in there, you can launch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Let's figure out points. So
first
I'll do
we
first.
should send evidence of the characters that
Right.
survived.
So I guess that Robin, do you want to send evidence to the authorities? I don't think it matters because you're not guilty, but you know that's a thing that you can do.
Name. Declare my name if somebody else's. No.
All right. So you're sending evidence to the authorities.
Yeah.
You can mess up with the Hannah goals if you want.
Right. If you send it to the news, Hannah doesn't get. But Hannah doesn't have the. Oh, she does have the evidence. So you can send evidence to the news, and that way Hannah loses 3 points.
Ooh.
Do you want to also send evidence to the news?
It's sweet.
Sure.
I mean, she did. Yeah,
I had it from them, man.
she did try to leave you behind. So
Yeah. So I deserve that.
That's valid. But that is the reason why she wanted to leave. She didn't want, she didn't want that evidence getting out.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. That's brutal, man. It's mean players. All right, so my points. I would get 2 points if no down humans at Stationfall. Unfortunately, the commander and the stranger are both dead, so I don't get that. I get 1 point for every human I revived, and I revived 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humans. So I get 5 points. 1 cube for every. That didn't happen because we started revived, and the stranger did not survive. So that is 3 points that I lost from that. And I spent my bribe. I spent my bribe on the engineer, unfortunately. So all I got was 5 points. So that's me.
So the me.
And then we go to Peter.
I survived. Artifact survived. And it survived with me, so it's 8 points. And the commander is dead, so 2 more. So it's 10 total, and my cubes are not over limit.
Whatever. All right.
Pretty easy victory conditions. Like,
if nobody stops the counselor, sure.
Yeah. But well played.
Okay, so Hannah, you got 2 points if you survived. 2 points for every compromat you possess of surviving characters, and you got a lot of compromat over here. So you got 2, 4, and you got rid of the. Oh yeah, if you had this, it would have been 2 extra points. 6, 8. Wow, that is.
No, that
impressive.
is not 8.
Oh, not the test subject. Sorry. So it's 6. So you got 6 points from that. So that's 8 total. And Robin made you lose 3. So you would have beat Peter. But you got 9 points because you got 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. 2 more for 8 and 9 for your bride that you didn't use. And the engineer did not die. The engineer was still alive, so you do not get your bonus points. Even then, you would have beaten. Peter. 9 points, solid score. That's usually a winning score.
Cool.
All right, Made. 1 BP for every NPC that survives. How many NPCs survived?
Where do I show?
So not the counselor. So just the stowaway, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm wrong.
So 1 point.
I think I
2
get
points for every robot.
5 points.
Yeah, two. Well, let's go through it. 2 points for every robot NPC that survives. None. 2 VP of the troubleshooter survives. The troubleshooter did survive, so that's 3. And then your bonus is 2 more.
Yes.
And you have your bribe, so that's
6
points. Okay, and then Robin?
Yeah.
3 have survived, so you get that. You were not the only one that survived. And you don't have the artifact or the biosample. You do? You have the biosamples. Okay. So you have 3 because you survived, 2 for having the biosamples, that's 5. And you did not kill the security bot, so you got 5, and you spent your bribe, so that's 5 points for you. So we're tied for last place.
Yeah.
And that's Stationfall.
These are all really good scores.
Yeah, I mean, Justin and I got negative points in the last game that we played together. But that was Peter's fault. Hannah, you totally would have won if you if Robin hadn't screwed you over, or if you had made a couple different decisions. But you were pretty solid there.
Oh, so I didn't come last.
Is it
possible? Not come in last.
Nice.
Can the fact that we played open, could that have affected the scoring, or did we just play more nice to each other?
Oh, I didn't think anyone was nice.
No, I think if anything, playing up lessened the scores, because it meant that we knew everyone's victory conditions and we were able to attack people more, which is something that I need to note. This was a great playtest, playing with things face up, because a lot of things were done that I need to think about now to see if this is still a good idea, or how we change it to make it a good idea. Though I feel like if things were face down, people would have not known. Like, I wouldn't have been able to say, I know you should do this, because I wouldn't know what your card is, right? Yeah. So it has some benefits and some drawbacks, and I just need to think about that.
It's a good way to learn the game. I like it.
Yeah.
I need to go.
If anyone has any further,
it was a good game.
Yeah.
But I will send you some notes after.
Peter, thank you so much for joining us. You were so incredibly helpful, and I very much appreciate it. That's I couldn't have done it obviously without you, because you said a lot of things that I didn't, and that's part of the reason why I wanted you in it. So thank you very much. And the rest of you, thank you for
I have it recorded, so I will